You said you look different without your
my
eyelashes.
Yeah. You didn't notice that I had my extensions. People ask me, "Are you okay? What's wrong?"
No, see, because I be looking at, when women don't have them on, I be looking at them like they crazy, and then they be looking at me like, "Why you looking at me like I'm
eyebrows?
crazy?"
My eyebrows. I'm talking about my eyelashes.
We're good on
Same
YouTube.
thing.
No, so I get extensions and my face look completely different. Right now, I look like I've been crying.
Crying.
Don't, you know what? We ain't gonna start this.
It's too
We
late
ain't gonna
for
start
that.
this. How Southern? I've been Southern the whole time, y'all.
That
Okay.
Mississippi deep.
We not
Oh,
gonna do
they
this.
well, it ain't so much of the pronunciation of crying, but it's just the fact that you still would be crying. It's just all of
Just
that
hush.
together. I can't.
How the baby? Why you ain't bring him? He
Oh
loves me.
man.
Yeah,
Look,
you
Mace
take a
ain't
red strike.
Mace ain't in here just sitting in the studio no more.
Nah.
Mace be like
He wasn't doing it the first time.
Lifting the table up
Mace
like you
damn threw my
damn
back out.
WWE.
Oh, he a big one now.
Man,
Yeah, Mace be out there ready to just Hulk smash everything.
boy, count to 20. He get to 15. It kind of fade out a little
Can
bit.
they still
but-
call in?
It's best for them to put comments on wherever you post it from.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be easy. Then you could just say, such and such got a question. You know, same
From
procedure.
Mississippi?
Mm-hmm.
Deep Mississippi.
I met so many people from Mississippi this week.
You ain't gonna move your mic right because it's my stand right now.
No, you good. I will
Oh,
keep
Are you
my,
comfortable?
I will keep my mic right here.
You
Thank
like
you.
the fourth
No-
person this
normally
week.
though, I
Really?
do sit there and be holding the mic
I'm
like
sure
I'm a
we all
rapper.
probably know each other.
Dog, I looked at one episode. I just the mic like 12 times, dog. Like I was just trying to get these bars
Right.
off. Like, you know, I'm about to spit a hot 8.
This one dude I work with is from this town called Taylorsville. Never even heard of Taylorsville.
I think I know where it is, but
Like 2 people from Jackson. I work with all of them. 2 people from Jackson and another one from, was it Biloxi? Something like that.
yeah, I used to spend 5 minutes too long in Jackson.
I went to Mississippi for work for one day. I tell you, half that day got through. I was like, I gotta get my ass out of here before I be in the back of somebody's pickup truck hiding.
You know, Angie gonna get y'all.
Yes,
about
I'm not, cause
She
I know
know.
what y'all think about it. I'm not. I tried to get y'all to go to Mississippi to go to the game with me.
I was down. That was Sherrod and Phil be hating.
I ain't going to Mississippi. Yeah.
That's Sherrod.
We
That's
was
all
wor-
Sherrod.
We was worried about the back streets.
You was with me. I know what streets to go on and what
First
time
of all,
to be out.
we'd have been in Mississippi with Angie. They'd have been like, "Oh,
Right.
y'all with Angie? Oh,
you
y'all
good.
It's like
I
a
ain't
hood.
gonna put your life in
It's
danger.
like a hood pass.
It is,
A
that's
country
true.
pass.
That's true.
Boy, you
That's
tell
very
you
It's a
got
country
kids.
pass.
Oh, kid,
Oh,
that-
because of the well, I think they just be popping up. With
What
the,
music we using? What we doing?
These joints.
You still
Filter.
you
It's
still
got
loading
some good
music?
stuff today.
You got good stuff there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
They
know
can
about
probably
I don't know
only hear
about for
them.
her, but I mean for us, yeah. I met you from Carthage.
You met a chick from Carthage.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Facebook Live.
I know her.
Yeah, YouTube.
Probably. I knew people from Carthage.
Carthage, Texas. I, was like,
I know a lot of people from Carthage.
Carthage. I ain't never. I heard of Carthage, Texas.
Well, you ain't been to Mississippi, so.
I went there once. I got my ass out of there. Gone. That shit was not. That shit had my heart beating. I just smelled the Trumpism. I smelled it. It was thick in the air.
Probably.
It was thick in the air. At any moment, I was like, "Damn, somebody go tell me they don't serve my kind." I knew that it just didn't hit. There was too many people around.
Ain't
Went to a
nobody
gas
gonna say
station.
that. You going to the wrong places if somebody say that.
Nah, I know.
You would have been okay in Greenville.
No, I was in
No, it's
Jackson.
actually some places in Mississippi where they would probably would tell you.
Oh yeah, I know you white only pies.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all now. There's nothing wrong with me.
What
I
up,
just don't have
Marcus?
my lashes on. So there's nothing wrong. Don't start asking what's wrong.
we starting up.
There's nothing wrong.
Hey, we
I
ready
just
when
don't
you
have
are,
my
Spider.
lashes on. Okay. All right, we getting
That
started.
shit's still funny
But
to
I'm just
me.
telling you because I know I look weird.
What you pick, Simp?
All right.
I know I did it too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I only think about the Talia part.
Look, the live part, most part, cold part,
Cause
J
Talia
elect
the
part.
most,
Oh
You know,
yeah.
they bubbling back up. Scalpers, we back. Hum day.
What up, though?
What up, James? What up, Mr. Sales out in the DMV. It's a wonderful summer day, not raining, no storms.
Okay, now I moved it.
Craig, what up?
You good? What you say, Andy?
I'm good now.
Man, that song dope.
Scalpers.
I don't know the
Yo.
song, but
Oh, this is off Talib Kweli and High Tech Revolutions Per Minute album, I think that's the name of the album.
This track here
nice.
was another one of them T's just like, oh, it's another J Electronica appearance.
And you know how long ago this was?
Exactly.
I don't
But that's
ever-
how I remember that feeling still. Just was hoping that he was
I
gonna do
don't
anything.
ever need to hear about J Electronica ever again.
Nah, I think we all over. I hung on for
I've been over it for a very long time.
I hung on about as long as I hung on to Kanye Sanity, and I let go of both of them at the same
Hey.
time. Like
So
I'm
Kanye's
over this.
What?
Sanity.
You know what I-
Exhibit C was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's
over
Revolutions
with.
Per Minute. That came out in 2010. But that song was dope. Because it had J Electronica, Cole, Mos,
Man.
and Talib on there. They bodied that one.
Ain't
But no,
doubt.
you know J Electronica is the dad of hip hop.
yeah.
You just be sitting
See,
by-
y'all talk about me talking about
You-
people business.
you
I
just-
ain't even saying
No,
nothing. I'm just
no.
sitting here.
I'm saying that because he always
Straight metaphor.
he always promises an album and be like, "Yo,
I
I'm
thought you
coming
talking
out."
about he don't take care of
Oh
his
no,
kids.
he take care of his shit.
No,
You
he
think
don't take care of his
Yeah.
fans.
You know how I feel about that.
You think
I
Eric
could
Badu
care-
gonna let him not take care of his kids?
Oh
you
yeah.
crazy.
You better
No,
put that
but you
voodoo
know
on it,
he
man.
be telling his fans like, "Look, I'm coming out with something soon," and you just be by the window waiting.
No,
He
yeah, I'll
don't-
be about it.
He don't show up.
That would be. I was
Aw,
one
that's
of.
sad.
I've been done.
I sat on the curb. Everything had an overnight bag. It was a sad day.
I waited like 3 years, and then I was
Hey,
I was
Angelique.
over it.
You know, you had like the push up pop, and then you wait too long and it melted. That was the little kid I
I'm
was on
sad
the
for
curb.
y'all. Y'all seem disappointed. By
Oh
it.
no, we over it. We
Yeah,
just
it's totally
we just-
over.
at some
Less.
point you just know it. Like
I
okay.
could care less.
Yeah.
Saw the guy live. I saw him.
I did see him
We
live,
saw him live with
so.
Common. It was a dope concert. He had all kind of. He had a lot of songs.
He did jump up. He came up in the
that
crowd
we
and
never
dapped us
even
up.
heard. Yeah, he
We was
did.
up in the balcony. He came up there and dapped us up.
Dude so black. I
Oh,
turned the
it wasn't
flash
nobody
on in
there?
the building. Couldn't
No,
get a
it was
good
a bunch
picture
of
of him. J Electronica
Oh
black
no,
as
it
hell.
was that kind. It was a bunch of people at that show.
Because he said he just
We
came
the
up
House
in
of
the
Blues.
balcony. I was like, so
No,
what nobody
no.
there but you and
Well,
like
no,
5 other people?
that was he came up there when during Common set.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did his set, and then when Common came on, he was just up in the crowd
So
dapping
both
people
of
up.
her, well, you know what? I want Eric Badu to teach an online class.
About what? About
She-
relationships.
How to
dude-
bag a God MC?
Her dudes,
Right, 3 of the best rappers ever.
her dudes doing concerts together and everything. Everybody got peace.
Everybody go get along.
How to bag a God MC?
From look, one
If
that,
she taught an online class, I'll take out a student loan and take it.
and practically from all regions
I'll
of the
be that
damn
unicorn.
country.
Yeah. I need
Mo-
her to teach an online
Dallas.
class.
And I say that really Dallas
Atlanta.
and West Coast could DLC really just
He from Dallas.
He from
no,
Dallas.
I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
that he West Coast bloodline
Yeah.
came all the way through here. J
Well,
Elect,
no, he
New
from,
Orleans.
he from here, went out
No,
there.
I know, but still, his footprint is on the West.
For sure.
His footprint is straight
Who,
West Coast.
DLC?
Yeah.
DLC.
For sure.
J Electronica
Orleans.
from New Orleans, but his feet are stamped in Detroit and New York.
Yeah.
Stamped. Common,
Chicago.
Chicago, and New York.
I'm kind of like everywhere.
And then
'cause
Andre
Southern people love
3000.
Canada,
Yeah,
so.
pretty much.
Common
So-
is everywhere.
And then Andre 3000.
Everywhere.
Andre 3000, what can you
He
say?
everywhere, right? She should teach an online class. It's just some women among us that have mastered the art, and they need to teach online class.
Who else would you say if you threw
If they
another
could take,
name out?
if they could teach
Her?
online.
Would you say,
Rihanna.
I mean,
would Nicole Murphy be one?
Rihanna
Yeah.
could teach an online class. No, nobody. wants
Nicole
her.
Murphy got a chapter.
Okay. Yeah,
She
I
at
mean,
least doing it. She at least got an online
I mean,
class.
so you can do a master class if
She
you
like
just got
in
like 1 hour stuff we want to hear about. Like
She
my
advanced,
master
though.
class people.
It's so advanced.
My master class people is like Sierra. I just need an hour of the last chapter in your life. Just give me an hour.
That's
Yo-
true, 'cause
y'all
we
want
know
the-
what them
y'all want
first-
early
We know what
chap-
them first
We don't
chapters.
want the early
I'm good-
chapters.
I'm good on Bow Wow. I'm good on that.
I think we all good on that.
I'm good on that. I need her to
That'd be
do a
one of the
master
elect-
class on this last hour.
That'd be an elective.
Yeah.
I'm elected not to go.
That'd be an elective.
Shauna O'Neal could do a semester. Cause she
She
done
could do a
flipped
full
her money.
semester.
She done flipped her
Yeah.
money a few ways. Yeah.
She could do a
She
full
done did a couple of
semester.
things. Yeah.
Now,
I don't know too many that.
If y'all ain't seen
But
it,
Erica Badu could do.
What about Jeff Bezos' wife?
nah.
But
Nah.
Juanita Jordan.
I think
She
no,
knows how to flip
them
them
two.
millions.
I think them two is kind of like that doctoral because you stick it out
long enough.
and you get that whole bag.
Yeah,
And
'cause
Bob Johnson, ex-wife,
Yeah.
whoever she is, nobody knows.
Don't
who
nobody
she
even know her.
is.
She just walking around rich.
I know she hang with Juanita. I'm pretty sure of that.
I think Juanita help her get him. Help
That's
her
what-
get her bag.
It came like about a few years
We're
afterwards.
supposed to help each other. That's what we're supposed to. You know who else can teach a master class? I actually just, and I know this is so not about sports.
Just the early minutes.
Kind of really is.
Kinda.
Leslie
Really is.
said
Sports adjacent.
Marjorie Harvey can teach a master class.
That's
And
true.
you about right.
That's
Marjorie,
true.
yeah.
She
yeah.
got a major all within herself.
No,
You don't think so?
we'll go offline on that. Marjorie from Memphis.
All right.
Mhm.
Something about you
And if
know
y'all
about
ain't
Memphis.
realize, this is what happens when we get Angie back in the building.
Yeah, these topics begin to.
This is what
I'm
Angie
just
does.
saying,
This
there's
is what
certain
Angie.
people that need to teach a master class. It was somebody else I was about to say, and then it left me.
See?
It'll come back. You know, my mind.
I say a sports related most definitely because Nicole Murphy and Strahan, Sierra and Russell.
She couldn't close the
Strahan
deal though.
paying so much
It,
to that
it,
first
it,
one.
it don't
Yeah,
matter.
he
It's
paying
still
a lot to
Yeah,
that
but
person.
but
She
Russ,
got him
but Russ,
good.
she actually married him, and they like doing the for real family thing. So I don't really
Yeah.
think that ain't
still
Get-
teachable moments.
they ain't
though.
get the
Yeah,
bag
these,
and get out the door.
it's some teachable moments that we need to learn from people like Sierra. Some teachable moments.
Mm.
People like
You say you can't think of the other one. You couldn't think
It
of.
was somebody else.
What's
I
up,
was gonna
Dave?
say.
Well,
You couldn't
I
think.
forgot.
You can't think of the. Yeah, if
It's
it
a
come to you,
woman.
if it come to you, be sure to.
And I said I was just talking about her too, and I don't forget.
I was gonna say Doug Christie wife. She could kind of.
No, she can't teach nothing.
She could be a counselor.
she can
something.
teach
She could
alternative
teach.
school.
that lady's
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying.
She nuts.
When you need them summer credits at the community college, she be the dean of that
That lady's
whole
You know, I'd be
situation.
interested. This ain't who I was thinking of. It's like annoying me that I can't think of who I was thinking of. But I would be interested in sitting in on a class from Savannah Brinson James.
Ain't no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't no
Teach us
doubt.
your ways.
Ain't no doubt. Cause whatever.
Teach us how to move like a G.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever she did to make sure she steered that ship,
Mhm.
she did that thing.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, talking about a successful family, talking about the new Huxtables.
Mhm.
That's the new Huxtables.
Mhm.
Straight up and down. That's real.
I agree
Ain't,
with that.
ain't a single solitary speck of nothing on them.
It's true.
I love it. And whatever they've gone through, we don't know.
Exactly.
Well,
That's the point.
That's the beauty
That-
of it.
that-
Well,
we don't know.
People know.
But we don't know.
We
though.
love them so much that we don't talk.
We still don't know
And
though.
that's the way you go.
That's the beauty of it. If it
I don't think it's anything major enough to even talk about. Like, I think we're all very clear about what LeBron James is. So I think we're good.
that's all that
I know who
matters.
don't need to teach no master class. I know who need to take one.
Who?
Is this girl that's married to Steph Curry? Because I need her to hush.
She fine.
We gonna leave that one.
Yeah.
She fine. I mean, it's
The
old
stuff she
news now,
doing.
but
No, she announced that she sent him nude pictures and then came back and was like, I hope
She
my
wants
phone don't
attention
get
so
hacked.
bad.
I'm like, ma'am.
No,
So
First
bad.
of all,
Doing
we
this
didn't
on-
even know you.
she's doing
you
this on
sent him nude
purpose. She's
pictures.
not new to this.
And then she's so boring. Ain't nobody even looking for your little pictures, girl.
She knew that again. She's doing this on purpose.
Did
for
I
that-
snort?
Yeah, you did.
I was just gonna let it rock. I was gonna say nothing.
It's not really.
I was just gonna let it rock.
There's not many ways you can just cut
I
off of.
snorted. Okay, my bad.
I didn't want to like break the flow of the conversation.
I heard it. I was like,
for an obvious
I was
snort.
like, yeah, she got that joke
I
off.
want to think of who
I was gonna let her get it
thinking
off.
of, but I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna think of it. It's just gonna
Just-
pop up.
just
It's
come
gonna
to
pop
it.
up like in a random thing.
Y'all want to go on the music first?
I mean, I don't think it's that much.
What we talking about in music?
Well, you know, you could go and sit this out, player.
Oh.
Cause you don't be into what we into. You don't.
It's true.
Every now and again, if we throw out like Thundercat or Gold Link, groups like that, then you'll know.
Hey, Thundercat be
I have
hit.
no idea what Thunderclap.
Oh, you'll love it.
Thundercat is hard.
Soul
Yeah.
music. You'll love it. Don't you worry about it. But they roll with Anderson .Paak. They on tour together.
They sure are.
You don't know what Anderson .Paak is?
Yes, you do. If you heard the song, you'd be like, oh, okay, I've heard that. I believe.
And my son probably play it. I just don't know who.
No,
it
he
is.
don't. I don't think he do. How old is he again? 13?
He'll be 15 in October.
He might. He might be playing that for the little
Yeah,
ladies.
he be doing some.
Mama
Nah, he
say
doing nothing for the ladies.
Shit.
Look, Angie like, ain't no
I wanna
damn
be
lady.
very clear.
ain't no damn lady.
Oh, you think it ain't?
No,
Boy,
I
that-
know it is.
I'm about to say,
phone
them-
numbers.
That,
Oh,
you see what I'm
cool.
What I'm
saying?
talking about?
It's old school too. Y'all would be proud. They wrote them down.
That's what you need.
Ooh.
I need you to put that work in. Write that down.
He probably
And look,
folded the paper up nice and
it's folded up and forth. I should have brought it.
Four corners. He got four
Talking about
corners. Got a little post-it note.
Young
It's probably
G
sophisticated.
is still out there.
Y'all need help.
Do you drop him off at the mall on Saturdays?
Oh, somebody said Paul McCartney. No, I don't drop him off nowhere. He ain't gonna be one of them little them kids be running around in the mall irritating
That's old
me.
school. That's our
Hold on.
era.
I hate
I'm about
that.
to say,
The
well,
people
That's
still
all
do
my.
that.
That's all mine
Son, they
used to
do.
do.
Kids bad.
Yeah. I
Like
see
we
it happening
did
in
it,
like
but like
Stoneborough
I
sometimes.
see it in I see them kids running around in the mall doing no.
That's
My
what the
child won't be
hell-
at them.
Pretty much, besides, I hung with a couple gangbangers. We might have got to
See, you see what I'm saying?
and it wasn't even nothing really when the security came. Everybody walked dispersed.
Mm-mm.
Wasn't nothing really. It was just for
You
show.
go to the arcade, play NBA Jam.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to it for real. If you find a good mall with a good arcade or some good video games, you'll be smooth. But that's kind of hard to find.
The only thing in music right now is that the BET Awards happen on
We can
Sunday.
talk about that. See, I can do
Not
that.
the only thing, but that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Just
Only-
see, there you go, right there.
Only thing I've been
BT.
rocking this week and last week, I sold about 12 bricks on Monday because I listened to Benny. the
You did
Butcher.
what?
Benny too.
I
Yes,
listened
sir.
to Benny, so I
Yeah,
sold about 12 bricks.
Yeah.
Bricks of
yeah.
what?
Hey man,
Don't worry about
look,
it.
it's a larger criminal link. You can't talk about that kind of stuff.
I bet you just said it on.
Oh no, everybody know you joking when you
Boy,
sit there.
when-
When you listen to things like Pusha T
I
and
sold dope, Angie.
He had
and Benny the Butcher and them kind of
Benny
people. and
and
Black Thought.
Jada
The
and
thoughts of the
Black
people that are
Thought
talking in the
and
room with me
Pusha
do
T on the
not-
same album.
Yeah,
Hard.
I mean you can't help but a whole brick on that album.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sold a whole lot of dope. I shot 4 people yesterday.
See,
I did right at the gas station. It was right on the little south
Okay.
on the south side.
Yeah.
no,
Had a
certain
little,
music you just get into. It's that old that '90s feel of hip hop, and you're just like,
Yeah,
damn,
90s, early 2000s when
Yeah,
when the dope was
When-
still
when you-
white.
right? You can still sell dope on albums.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
You
really
could
do-
put your emblem on the dope.
You can't
That's
even
when
do
you
that
know
now.
the dope game was good.
I'm
You
not
could-
in this
you can put a
conversation.
little-
Y'all
you can
saying
put a
some
little
stuff
stamp
that's just
on it.
like I'm not
Nah,
talking about this.
This ain't for the Old Town Road. This is
Yeah,
it's-
this is something else.
I'm
No.
not gonna talk
Drake ain't getting on these albums.
No.
No.
He got 2 songs that dropped right after the finals though.
Yeah, and they were
One with
alright.
Raw. No, they was all right. They were all right.
Yeah.
He
I didn't
actually
listen
rapped.
to him. He was so
actually rapped.
annoying during the
Whatever.
finals that it was just like
Extremely annoying
If you
during the
say so.
finals. What I
I
thought,
think it's funny that he was annoying people the way he did. I think people.
yeah, it
paid-
wasn't that
I
bad.
think people paid him way too much attention. I thought that shit was
I,
funny.
That
I
was
do
hilarious.
think that he shouldn't have as much access as he does. I think it's just like that's not cute. Like it was cute when what's the dude name New York Knicks? I guess it was cute like when he did
But
it,
Spike
but
Lee-
Spike
Drake-
don't even.
What's
Drake
really
is
the
just-
difference though?
but Drake is annoying.
the side of the accordion.
Yeah, Spike ain't sitting by the damn bench talking about
Right. He was on the
Let's
other
go.
side. Like
Landry trying to check in. You sitting there dapping up Drake when
Right.
you walking to the scores table.
Yeah, I mean he feel
He
like
was on
he
the
feel
other-
like
you
he
out
can,
there giving the coach
he feel
back
like he can
massages.
do that because he got business with them, like for real business. Like I make
he
money
shouldn't
with
be
your
able
business.
to do that.
Well, they allow
People
him
who
to
making
do that.
real money
Mark
with
Cuban-
them ain't doing that.
Mark
Right, for
Cuban,
sure, for sure.
he sit on the sidelines in a minute, but you don't see Mark Cuban going. Sitting.
It didn't seem to bother any of the players. It didn't seem to
Or the
bother
coach
any
or
of them.
nobody. No,
The
it
coach, none
I
of
mean,
that. When he came back and rubbed old boy's shoulders, he
That
did.
was
he,
weird.
But
he didn't
also,
react.
but think about it like
No,
this.
he didn't.
The
He
coach
also
didn't even react.
he also knows that the cameras is everywhere on, and everybody's all eyes are on you, so you can't.
He did kind of Joe Biden him though.
Yeah.
He did though. He really did. In about 8 years, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back to him. He did Joe Biden him though. He really did.
So you don't like Drake?
Kiss him on the forehead.
I do like Drake actually.
Oh, okay. I'm
He
finna say.
annoyed me in out of his element.
I'm finna say I've
I
never.
think there's a such thing as lanes.
I'm finna say I've never met a woman who didn't like Drake.
I don't like
Never,
I
that.
ever, never, ever.
I have.
I ain't
I'm
never,
never-
I'm not like that. Like I'm
No,
not
I know-
like attracted
I
to
just know a
him.
couple
or
people.
Oh no, I ain't talking about that.
No,
I'm
most
just talking
women
about.
I know who
just
like Drake
period.
are
I just know
attracted
she
to
a
him.
purist.
Yeah.
That's
And it's not like that at all. I'm not really into it.
so yeah. Aside from that, the only other artist you don't know who the hell this is. Euro Drew got a nice
First
album
of all,
too. I like that one.
wait,
I
let's
ain't
Yeah,
back
listened
up.
to it yet.
He had 2 that kind of came probably within like a month or 2.
You don't know who.
Oh, I was
I
gonna tell
know,
you
but
about.
he gotta
Second
call
one.
me
Yeah.
out.
The second one was dope as hell.
He can let it ride.
Oh,
I ain't letting it ride.
I can
does
Google.
anybody listen to Gold Link?
I ain't
Go
heard the new
Link.
joint.
I
yet.
did
go
through
His
that
new
whole
one's
thing.
dope.
Gold Link
I went through
has
the
a
whole
really
thing.
good album. You would like it. It's
It's like soul.
kind of like a Caribbean
for
vibe.
hip-hop.
It does kind of have a Caribbean vibe. This particular joint, it doesn't
That's
sound
true.
like the first one.
That
That's
Zulu,
true.
that Zulu track
I
is
know.
dope.
That is.
I don't know
That's
what
true.
it is.
You
But
like?
I like Caribbean music, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll check it out.
You ever heard of Ari Lennox?
You
You
need
would-
to, you need to
You definitely,
you definitely
would
need
like.
to listen to that. The Ari Lennox album is dope. You
You
would
heard the
jam
SZA?
that. Yeah,
I heard of her.
You heard the album that came out last year?
I heard one of her songs or something.
It's dope. You'd like that.
See,
I think you like Ari
y'all
Lennox.
see how the conversation just went down like several levels. 'Cause we trying to bring her in and catch her up to speed.
You like her?
I do like her.
I love
I went
her.
to her show.
I love her.
Yeah, that shit was sold
Her
out.
show
I
was
tried
really
to get
good.
my tickets.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
What about this
Mo-
BET Awards?
Multiple. Mary J and her to me were the standout. Like her, like she is multi-talented. She plays. I didn't know she played the guitar.
Yeah,
I-
she did at her concert.
I wasted time and went to the Bryson Tiller show, and she was just so happened to
Wait.
be there. And
I mean, Bryson Tiller
She-
got 2 songs. You wrong for that. You shouldn't
Yeah.
even gone to this show.
well, my wife wanted to go, so
Oh.
you know, it's all good. I
There
wasted
it
time
is.
and went to
With
that
this Nissan
concert,
in the
but
car.
she was amazing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? She can play the guitar, the piano. I didn't even know she plays
Right,
the
Jeffrey.
bass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You saw her performance. She
Oh.
And
plays
she
the
put
bass.
on she put on a really good when she came here for concert and she got on her guitar. She put on a really good.
She's like a virtuoso.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, like she's been in the business since she was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know,
okay. I
she's
didn't
been-
know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
She's a
she's-
stylist.
She's super young, like super young.
Well,
I
she's
don't-
like 20.
She's like 22,
Yeah, she came out as a kid
23.
and then
22, yeah,
once she
with
got
10 years in
super
the
young.
game.
then
Right.
kind of rebranded herself.
That's
She's a
nice.
vet at 23.
I enjoyed her show. I think she's really talented.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoy her music.
That's very nice. Now,
Mary J. killed it.
I peeped
Killed
that.
with a T.
I peeped that she was hooping on stage for a minute. I thought she did a little
She always
crossover.
looks like
Hey man, look,
That's
Mary.
her dance move.
Look,
Don't
Mary
do
gonna
auntie
marry,
like
man.
Yeah.
Don't do auntie like
Mary is
that.
I
gonna
love it.
marry.
But and it's not until you hear that playlist when they do things like that to where you just like, damn, she does have a long
Method Man
Oh, yeah.
killed
Yeah.
it. Method Man looked like he about 30.
Yes, he does.
dude.
Yes, he does.
Method Man out
Yes,
there
he
looking
does.
looking 32.
You good? You okay?
I need
yeah.
a minute.
You okay?
Be
Making sure.
quiet.
Definitely wasn't going there with that one.
She said it 3 times. I was
Look,
like, all right.
look, because
let
I
her have her
started
moment.
looking. I started looking, and then when I saw him, I was like I ain't never looked at you before. Because, he used to have, like, the cock eye and the crazy hair.
Hey, man,
It
Mel
was
said-
weird.
Mel
But
said
he is
Me-
Asian
said
wonderfully.
He said he gave up drinking. He be hitting the gym. He still blow trees, but
Yeah, ain't nothing
Well,
wrong with that.
Meth, hey,
I
Meth
know.
in these movies though. That's another reason.
Yeah.
too. He getting that bag.
And
from
he's
these
actually
movies.
a really
That's true.
good actor. Like,
Yeah.
you pay
No
attention. Him and that guy from Wu-Tang Clan, who's kind of weird.
Risen.
Yeah. But I can't ever think of their names. Like,
I'm
it's
gonna
too
say
many.
you said weird from the Wu-Tang.
Like,
You're gonna
like,
have to.
what
you
name
had
you
to
want?
narrow that down.
I knew what
But
columns.
because
But
RZA the only person
RZA,
who's been in movies.
He does,
yeah.
and he's in some really high profile movies. Like,
Yeah.
he got a nice little resume. So
Mhm.
both of them
Both
are
of them
doing
do.
really, really well in movies.
Yeah, Meth in these movies.
Yeah, most
He
definitely.
look good.
And then
Y'all didn't see him. Y'all need to run that back.
We're not.
She talking to her
Did-
fans.
I
Oh,
am.
okay.
I'm
Oh,
talking. I'm
she's-
talking to
thank
them.
She's talking to her
goodness,
fans.
'cause I
Y'all-
should not have to explain this.
Did you get on the KC veggies?
Nah.
You need to.
I've
I
heard it
forgot to
before.
do
I just
that.
haven't listened to his new joint.
Oh yeah,
It-
you need to get on it.
I
It
forgot
go.
to do that.
No. It's nice. You'll like it. You'll like it.
And then even going back to the Mary J piece real quick, Diddy did the intro, and I like that
Oh yeah.
because that
Yeah.
really brought it full. That brought the essence of
They'll be forever connected.
man. That's a beautiful thing. That's
They'll
like
be
that's
forever
like a
connected.
brother sister relationship in hip hop. That can't that's gonna be forever there. And I just like to see him on TV. Period, looking.
I like
Yeah.
it.
You know what I mean? Because I
He
know he's
have his
going through a
moments.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
most
the
definitely.
BET Awards was this is probably the best one that I've seen in a little while.
that's a
Oh
great
Lord,
thing.
that's
It was-
tragic.
This
If this is the best one
That I've
you've
seen
seen
in a while.
then that means
Just
the
awards,
other
not
ones were
hip-hop
pretty
awards.
dang
Hip hop awards,
tragic.
I don't know if they had the same budget.
Okay, so for me, like, okay, yeah, the hip hop they probably got the same.
It wasn't
budget.
bad. What was bad?
It wasn't bad. It's just maybe it was me
It was
because
too
y'all
long.
sat
It was
there and y'all
long.
named a lot of people that I didn't know just the music that y'all listen to.
Oh, they
A
wasn't
lot of
even- they
people
had
that was
nothing to do with the,
performing and stuff.
It was long.
Like I don't know
For
who
sure.
Lizzo is, and everybody was going crazy. I was like, who are
Lizzo's-
these
I've
people?
heard
I
her.
was looking
Yeah,
at
I've been
them.
put up on her.
I don't
recently.
know her. I do respect the fact that she can twerk and play the flute at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
I-
the new standard.
Yeah.
That was a clarinet.
That's the new single. That's the new single.
Clarinet,
it was a
standard.
flute.
Same difference.
Well, either or.
They
Right.
still talking about Method Man on my phone. He is
Yeah.
a girl.
See,
I know.
see.
I know.
No.
He added to the CGI.
Anyway,
we had forgot about
So
him.
the point of the matter was
Definitely CGI
And,
2020.
they did the Nipsey tribute. They did the full on Nipsey tribute, and
How did y'all feel about? Okay, so I want black people to like understand that we are not a monolith. and they're like, it's a lot of us who like have different cultural things. I got so tired of people talking about his mom. Like,
what can they say about
they're saying how weird. Like, everybody's like, I was scared to go to sleep. She was like a witch. This, that, and the other.
That's because they dumbass probably so stuck on religion.
You have to be like,
she a spiritual woman.
She's a spiritual person, and then she has a different experience. Like, they into like real African, not that stuff when we just put on dashikis. They into like real African culture in their family. Yeah, like that's how she raised her children. Her
it's all about
husband was
absolutely,
and so that's what they do. And like, it's not witchcraft. And like, we just got to do better. We got to do better. Like, if you don't understand something, don't say she crazy, or don't say. Just say you don't know, and maybe it's more things that you should know.
If she capped it all off by saying that her son was going to the upper room, and they had to shut the hell up.
Yeah, and then let Kirk Franklin close it out. Then y'all would understand.
And then they had to put it all together. Like, oh, Jesus!
I do agree that people do go overboard with, like you're saying, like witchcraft. I mean, that's just silly, right? But she is super spiritual. I mean, you can tell that, just by the way that she talks. But if you look at some of her facial expressions and sometimes the way she speaks, I can see how her tone can come across a way to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with it. I
understand that.
I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. I'm not downing her because my son didn't get killed. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
and I can't even imagine.
I can see how on the outside, I got kids too. I get it. I can see how on the outside looking in, just kind of her tone and the kind of way she just kind of stares at the crowd the way that she does.
Because she knows what she's looking at. She knows what she's looking at.
Like, I can see how somebody can probably feel away. I don't have a problem with her personally, but I understand what they mean by
the part
the witchcraft thing. That's silly.
Way too far.
That's just silly.
And people are stupid enough.
And then we also need to remember and understand that if you've ever taken an African American history class and you had a really good teacher, then you understand that we were taught in slavery that everything they brought from them in Africa was witchcraft.
For sure.
Everything.
To remove them from culture. Like, they were told that it was witchcraft. Everything that they were doing already was witchcraft. So it's not, it's all conditioning and marketing, and we just.
But I'm with you. If you don't understand, just be quiet.
Just say you don't understand, but don't like just cancel people or call people crazy or whatever because you don't understand. Maybe you need to like do a little research and get some understanding of other stuff outside of what you understand. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Correct.
I'm open to everybody else's culture. It's cool. I don't know everything.
The only other part I'll say about that is
the red carpet was trash.
I hate to see that.
Oh, I thought it was
her level of, let's say her high level of spirituality is something that I don't know if I'm gonna get there.
I don't think a lot of people gonna get
there. Well,
it's that you could, but that's what when it go down to the expression on her face and how she's accepting of it instantly.
Yeah,
she had a more or less an interview within that week, within a few days of the event,
right?
But she still had that same tone, the same expressions, everything. And I was like, oh, I ain't nowhere near that.
But you gotta think about it.
Like,
you gotta think about, like, when somebody passes away, you got some choices. You can go completely nuts,
and you gotta let it go,
or you can like just completely retreat.
Yep.
Or you can get talkative. Like, you got choices, and her choice was to be like, you know what, this happened. No matter what I do right now, it ain't gonna change.
Right.
And she had it like you said, she had an acceptance level. Now, I'm not saying that's the gold standard, because with me, y'all have to commit me.
Well, and you don't know, but, how she's doing personally at the house. You know what I'm saying?
That's a different ballgame.
A lot of people don't come out in public and like let all of their personal stuff like show. They have a face that they put on for people that they don't know.
Is she a true matriarch?
Right. Which it ain't for everybody to see.
And it ain't for everybody, because they can't feel it no way. It's just for fodder, and people don't.
Not to get on death, but it's really different how people deal with death. My parents, I grew up in the funeral home. My parents have owned the funeral home for the last 25 years. Mm-hmm. So I've had a front row seat to that. It's really just different. Everybody is different how they deal with it. Mm-hmm. Everybody's different. Right. But going back to, kind of how she is, and you see, I think I see a big difference between like her and like, let's say her dad. His dad seems a little more, I don't want to say, what's the word? I can't, I don't want to say regular. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong with that lady.
He seems disconnected.
Well, I don't think he seems
He
disconnected.
seemed disconnected to me at the funeral, and that's sometimes the way people deal with grief. Like
Right.
they sometimes it don't hit them until years later.
He seems to be a little more regular.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, I hate to use that word because I don't want to make it seem like there's something wrong with her.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know, he seems to be a little bit more regular. But that Nipsey tribute, what did you think about the Nipsey tribute?
I didn't even see the tribute. I just
Oh,
saw
okay.
them on. I just saw the.
T.I.
mom
did
talking.
the intro.
There was
Okay, I
nobody.
saw
There was
that.
nobody better for that.
I just love T.I.
Yeah.
when he get on
Only
his
other person-
intellectual kicks.
Only other person I say would have been, equal to that would have been Game.
Or what's-
YG.
YG.
Yep. Because them are and he was
Hey, Tanisha.
segueing into that music wise. Game got new music coming
Dinky,
out
what's
soon,
up,
too.
baby?
Why?
Oh, Game's still hard out here.
Okay, I'm still hot.
Oh my
But-
god.
We
I
keep
mean, I
going
just
back
follow.
to
I
that.
follow him on Instagram. He be thirst trapping,
We gonna go left off a lot. If
So-
and I don't even like dudes with tattoos on their face.
And lastly, and most importantly, from a hip hop perspective, that I can recall at this moment is Madlib and Gibbs tomorrow.
Friday.
What's that?
Today ain't Thursday. Shit.
So
I
let
want
me
this week to be over. with.
let me ask you a question just to go
Well,
back.
tomorrow's gonna be for me because I'm gonna be listening at 11 o'clock.
I still
that
need a
song
bake on
that
Friday.
Crime
that song
Paris.
that DJ Khaled got for Nipsey. Are we letting that go because it's a good song, or is it just because it's about Nipsey?
Both. Be both.
Because that's not really that good a song.
Could be both.
I mean, a
I
lot of
don't
DJ Khaled songs. are
Right. I
good
don't,
songs.
I don't really
Nah,
We
That-
always give him a pass.
Okay, all right. It's like,
I thought it was a
At
good
least-
song, but
at
it ain't
least
like
I'm-
We always
ain't
give.
one of my
We
favorites.
always
It's not
give.
really that
We
hard.
always give
that
DJ
album.
Khaled a
That
pass.
album is marginal too. That album.
Oh,
is
ain't no
marginal,
doubt.
for sure.
That's why his old fat face ass was upset.
I can't.
He was pissed. I
Because
ain't wanna be-
Tyler's album is way better. It's
Tyler
way
did.
better.
Tyler
the
did.
creator.
Tyler
it
did.
was way
work,
better.
Work.
I'm kind of here.
Tyler did work.
Don't laugh
Work.
at me.
It is way too late for
Man,
that.
it's two different
He-
types of. There are two different types of albums that they putting out because you got Tyler where he's producing, arranging, and actually performing on the album. But you just got DJ Khaled who's I'm A&R in this album and I'm just putting a bunch of people together.
But
And
Tyler did what he did way better than Khaled did what he Khaled.
but
does
they
what he
talk
does.
they talking about the bundles.
Way better.
Like I read up on that. The bundles that Tyler was selling, he was selling bundles with his album, but he's selling the album. So he's selling vinyls and stuff like that. Khaled was I'm selling an energy drink, and if you buy the energy drink, you get the album or that kind of
That's
backwards
crazy.
shit. So
that
whatever,
album, that
man.
album was ass and
I
chips.
I got it. I understood it. What he was trying to do, but dog, you ran up against
Tried
a
to
monster.
try to just pull the cheat code. That's all it is.
I just want to give kudos to BET for nominating Tyler because they used to just nominate people from the 90s.
Nah, I think everybody pretty much done phased out.
Yeah, they categories be kind of messed up sometimes. You be like, where'd that come from? Like, we're gonna nominate
can't
you
say
know,
it
like
'cause I
3
don't watch
people
award
that's
shows.
out and then Redman. You be
Hey,
like,
whoa.
Redman ain't out right now.
I need you to pick
I'm
a
just-
different name.
That's just what popped up
To
in
her,
my
to
head.
her
Before-
defense, he's
before-
not out right
before
now.
I
So
flip
I
this
told
table.
him.
Not out
there
right
can
now.
be no red man slander.
Before I flip
Not
this table, dog.
slander.
I don't know. I don't like
The
the.
last thing the last thing we're gonna say, we're gonna say, but I do want to bring up a major subject that was up this week to see how y'all feel about it because y'all are guys, but black women been having a whole war, and it's only Wednesday about colorism in music. It started when Beyonce daddy did an interview with DJ Vlad
Saw that.
and said that she wouldn't be as successful as she is if she wasn't light skinned.
Saw that.
And you can tell the difference. He basically said you can tell the difference. You could tell, that's true because look at Kelly and look at Beyonce, and they
And he
both equally
specified.
talented.
And he specified in the United States too.
And he did specify in the United States. And we were trying to figure out. So then, of course, when everybody live streaming when they're watching the BET Awards, right? And they're saying that people like people like Cardi B are successful. Of course, they're gonna project. So Cardi B is successful because she light skinned. And I was like, well, what other rapper is out? Like, there was like, name 5 dark skinned female rappers that are successful. I mean, it was like a whole argument. I was like, first of all, name 5 female rappers.
First.
Okay.
First of all.
No,
But
that ain't the
I
question.
remember
The thing is
dark
when
skinned female rappers when I was growing up being successful. Foxy Brown was one of my favorites. She's dark skinned.
Yeah,
And I mean, you can't name like, I think Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, she's coming up. She's not light skinned. She's dark skinned. I don't think. Do y'all consider? I mean,
She's
she's
not
bleaching now, but do y'all consider Nicki Minaj light skinned?
She's not necessarily
light-skinned at all.
dark. She's by your color.
She brown then.
And I'm not light skinned.
No,
I don't think.
you're not.
I wouldn't
Right.
consider you light skinned.
No,
Right.
you're brown.
So I don't think it's affected women in hip hop as much as it's probably affected women in
I think
R&B. Because Fantasia should be way bigger than she is right now. We know she could sing circles around your favorite top 10.
All right, now with that,
And they were saying the
That's
same
what
thing
came
about
to
Alicia
mind.
Keys when Alicia Keys and India.Arie was doing the same thing.
ooh, that's different. Ooh, that's
They
so
were kinda
different.
I think
saying
that's
the
two
same
totally
thing.
different
'Cause
genres of
But
music.
I remember them talking about,
it's
you know,
so
when they
different.
first came out,
Because-
both of them were doing indie
Right.
That
type.
is so different,
But
though.
that was an argument back. I remember this being an argument back. I
It
was in
was.
college in 2001.
It
They was
was.
like, Alicia's only winning because she's light skinned
No.
because Indy is more talented. And I was like, well, I don't even really see them competing
How
against
so?
each other.
That would be my question. How is she more talented than Alicia Keys?
I
That would be
don't
my
see it. But
question.
you got a lot
Their
of people who saying that
talent
Alicia
levels-
Keys
in,
can't
in
sing.
what aspect?
Their talent levels weren't that far off.
But you got a lot of people that say Alicia Keys can't sing too. Like people
Yeah,
have
that's not the
whole
truth.
arguments
I
about
I
that.
mean,
disagree
Alicia
Of
Keys
course,
got
I don't
albums
agree
that's
with
meh,
that.
but you know,
I disagree with
But they
that.
can
But
have
so
them
does
with anybody.
so does India.Arie.
Everybody, but I'm-
Like
yeah.
the last two.
But no, but in
Mm-hmm.
the overall aspect of it is, yeah, after
I
a
think
while
you have
it
to be
gets
into their
it gets
music.
beyond the music. Then you forget about the music at some point, and you start putting the aesthetics up against each other, and
Yeah.
that's what's going to sell. You know, that's going to cause clicks and shit like
That's
that.
life.
At some point, the music don't even matter no more.
But to address what it is that she was talking about, I think that people are absolutely correct. Colorism is everywhere. Colorism is in music. Colorism is on TV. Colorism is on the movie screen. And if Beyonce was darker, would she be as successful? I mean, you can make a case that she wouldn't be, but I don't like using her as an example because you don't have many people who work as hard as Beyonce. You don't have that many
Well, this is
people
what her
who have
father
the same
said.
talent. No, I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
You don't have many people who have the same talent level as Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
But you also don't have as many people that has a machine behind them that is come behind them. Like, and what he said was that he felt that Beyonce and Kelly were equally talented. Actually, Kelly is the better singer, but colorism played a part in there.
Yeah,
and
I
I was
disagree
like,
with
for her
that.
father to say that, like, he's worked with both of them, basically raised both of them, so he knows. But
Some of
I
that
think
is
Kelly
also-
is very, very talented too.
Her
Some of
music is not better than Beyonce's. I mean,
Well,
that's
it's
just
not, but she don't have the same writer. She don't have the same machine.
Right.
She don't have
Yeah,
the
she
same
got people behind
marketing.
her.
She don't have the same money behind her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not going to argue with Matthew Knowles. He's been in the business for, however long. And it's not me. That's just me
Yeah.
disagreeing with what it is that he's saying. I don't think she is a better singer than Beyonce. I don't think she's a better performer than Beyonce.
No.
I don't think that she's put
And
out
that
better
was not to take
material
anything away from her
than
'cause
than,
she's
than
a-
Beyonce.
a
And like I
great
said,
performer.
it's not a knock.
Yeah.
It's just that I just think Beyonce is on another level than 99% of other people ever. And I'm saying
But he's
ever.
saying that's a part. He's saying that's largely because of colorism.
What you was about to say, Sam? You had a thought.
I don't know. I forgot.
It went away.
But it does happen. I mean, look at that movie that they were going to make about Nina Simone.
Mhm.
Instead of getting an actual black woman, they went and got Zoe Saldana and painted her face black. You see what I'm saying? So it definitely does exist, and there's example after example.
Angelina Jolie played a black woman. I was like,
you see what I'm saying?
I
Who
saw
she
that
play?
movie and I was like,
And it's been going on. And it's
she-
been
they,
going
like,
on
did this whole
forever.
dark thing on her, and I was like, that's weird.
Who does she
It's a
play?
lot of black actresses. It's some kind of African movie. I saw it's
Oh,
on HBO.
No, that movie don't count.
Sure. And
But she
back in the
played
day,
a whole black woman like they painted her.
It was like about Egypt. It
I was
was
like,
and back in the day, Elizabeth Taylor played Queen.
Queen Cleopatra.
Yeah. You see
Well,
what I'm saying?
That,
So
the Cleopatra thing has been debatable.
People
though.
are just now accepting that Cleopatra was black, though.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a
Right.
long accepted or a long
Right.
held idea.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and well, this is my only push against that. The Matthew Knowles, his commentary. Same thing. I ain't taking nothing away from him, but then we got the Patti LaBelle's and we got I put Patti LaBelle first. That's the first person that came to my mind. That's kind of like diva-esque
Mm-hmm.
and had the talent and the performance and all of that. But at the same token, man, nobody give a fuck. She black.
Yeah.
Well,
Ain't nobody. I'm
I
not.
think what
I'm not
I think what
holding.
he was
See, but-
trying to say that there are levels that you can reach if you're a certain skin color.
But that's the way that you think, and that's the way that I think. Me personally, I could care less about skin color, but there are people
me
who
too.
do. There are
I've
people
never
who do. Black
picked an
people
artist that I
who
like
do.
based on what they on.
Oh.
I've never picked an artist that I like.
Good catch.
I thank you. I've never picked an artist that I like based on because they skin, skin color.
But what
and
is
then they say it's not even the same thing with males
But
than
no,
it is
what,
with
but
females.
what the big thing is, you got a large segment of people who listen and follow to what they are told to listen and go after. So
What's pushed?
Yeah, so if that's what's pushed, though, you got that
And
whole
I think
section.
that's what he was saying.
Yeah, and you got a whole section of people who are not music fans per se.
Right.
They just kind of like what's hot, or they like what you tell them is hot.
Right.
Right.
So if you push that agenda far enough, and you keep hearing that this is the hot person, this is a hot person, and this is who you need to
Right.
fuck with, then yeah, you're gonna have a large section of people who just don't think, because they're not really music heads like that. They're just listening to whatever the radio, whatever they tell you is hot. So
Right.
I mean, but it, like I said, it absolutely does exist. All right, let's take for example, and Kendrick Lamar and Drake. All right, two guys out of the same class. Drake, probably you can say the biggest artist in hip hop right now, right? Is it a coincidence that he is half white and Jewish?
No, it's
That
coincidence that he
the-
sings.
you see what I'm saying?
Oh, he sings
And
though.
see, that's the way I was looking at it.
Kendrick
Like, you have to
Lamar
look at-
has just as many accolades as he does.
He don't sing though.
You see what I'm saying?
Kendrick
I
Lamar
hate
also
you.
don't make
I
songs,
hate
so
you
you
so
don't rock
much.
in the club.
One
He don't
one
sing.
is light skinned and half white and
One
Jewish,
sings
and one
to
is
women.
dark skinned
But
with
And Drake
Things
ain't
coming out his
handsome.
But also, Kendrick, you can't
He's
sell
not.
Kendrick to all the fans, because you can't sell everything Kendrick is saying to all the fans
No.
out there. That's going to cross
Right.
over.
Yeah, it's
You can-
content too.
yeah,
it
that's
is
what I'm
content
saying.
as well.
Drake's
Right.
content, you can promote that shit to anybody. You can go to different countries, because
Yeah.
he probably done stole their wave, but that's something totally different. But you can always promote Drake. You can't promote Kendrick to everybody, because you're gonna hear what that shit Kendrick's saying. You're gonna be like, woohoo, we can't put this
But,
Oh, yeah.
but Kendrick,
Oh, yeah, nah,
but
'cause Kendrick is
does
super black.
have, but he does have a urban
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
following.
That-
Like
exactly.
when I say urban, I'm not talking about the black kids.
oh, yeah.
I'm just suburban. Sorry.
Suburban
Yeah, you
following.
got some of
Suburban
that.
following.
I guess we gotta talk about sports, because I mean that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, it just it's not a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
it's the summer.
And
It's-
she
we
brought the
just-
topic
We
up.
just had the draft.
It
No,
wasn't
you were
nothing.
talking about the BET Awards.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
the topic was worthy, and I mean the rest.
We
of
can
it,
keep going.
I mean,
all day on
colorism
that.
is the thing. We know it's.
I
a
don't
thing.
think it affects
just,
men as much as it affects.
Depends.
I think it's ridiculous that we
depends
as
on the
black people
season.
feed into it the way that we do. I think that's
I do think it's something
that's
that's fed to
ridiculous.
us. I do.
I think it's
Right.
ridiculous, but then again, I don't, because we the ones with the shades. We got shades and we
Yeah.
got flavors.
Yeah.
So there was the light skin, dark skin teeter during the early 90s.
What you
and
mean
then-
was? That still exists.
No, but listen to this.
Light-skinned girls are
It
still
came to a
preferred.
halt when Nino Brown stabbed Christopher Williams in the hand.
He's
All
about
the,
to.
that shit there changed over. That was the flip over. And then it went and then it came again with the Boris Kojos and a lot of those different guys. And then it flipped again with the Morris Chestnuts, and they kind of expanded a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. So men don't have
It
the
ebbs
issues
and
of
flows.
colorism that women
That
have.
color.
Like you have sisters that are actually out here every day bleaching their skin. Like in real life, I know two people who do.
I
it.
understand that part.
And I
of
used
it.
to
No,
know
That's
nobody who
insane.
did it.
But from a vanity aspect, y'all take the cake with that. We don't. That's just not us. But for men, let's just say in the entertainment world, from a sex appeal standpoint, is it the guy that's in the gym? How does he look in the suit? How's his diction? Is all that? Is he groomed well? And then you could kind of play around whether he
Fam,
is or if he's not.
Come on now, we got the random jokes of, man, that's some light skin shit.
That ain't going
And just
nowhere.
like people
But
are
just-
still telling, just
just-
like people
we're
are
gonna-
still telling girls that you cute for a dark skinned girl.
But
Yeah.
just
That's
as much you can say.
offensive.
But
And
That
that's
is
so
offensive.
insane
I
that
don't,
we're
know, I
still.
don't know who
But
still
it's still
say that.
it
Because I
still
know some
have
funny
a
looking
bunch of
light
people.
skinned girls.
It's
I know some.
It's
Just because you're
Listen,
light skinned don't mean you pretty.
And
I
light
got a
skin
cute
does not
baby.
equal pretty.
And there's some
Good
ugly
hair
babies
don't
out
equal
here.
pretty.
It can be real different.
Period,
It just
point
don't.
blank.
It don't.
it just don't.
Yeah,
It-
that
it's
shit
from-
still exists though.
It don't.
But just as
You are
much as
not
you can
popping
say
'cause you
that's some light
light-skinned.
skin shit.
Trust me.
Just as much as you say some light skin shit, then somebody could turn around and say that's some nigga shit.
But
Yeah.
nigga shit and dark skin
And it
shit is two
happens.
different
And
things.
they both happen.
Right.
But
But nigga shit and dark skin shit is two different things.
but where we get it from? We get a lot of that from go back.
Post traumatic slavery disorder.
Exactly. So a lot of it is stemmed from that. All of it is stemmed from that, actually.
But I think that's where a lot of it does come from.
yeah,
For sure.
And I
House
don't think
nigga
we're
feel
killing
nigga.
it. Like
And
it
then it
seems like
just-
every
And
time
both
we
of y'all
stop,
slaves. You see what I'm saying? You arguing, and both of y'all are slaves.
It don't know. I like.
true.
I don't care about it for the
That's
jokes,
true.
but after the jokes, it's like, motherfucker, we at the same job.
Both of y'all are slaves. Both of y'all will get killed.
That's
None
true.
of that
You know
shit
what I'm saying?
matters. They ain't.
That's
I
true.
bet when it comes down to what is it, police brutality, they're not checking what shade your ass is.
That's true.
They just know it's a
We
darker
have to just
pigmentation
start
than
like
the
defining
officers.
our own standard of beauty, and women just need to like have each other back a little bit more and be like, hey, like you know, like like the light skinned
Yeah.
girls, all need to stop hanging together in middle school. That's when it starts.
That is when it's.
When the cliques are forming in middle school,
no,
that's kind of
all
when
them
it
little
starts.
girls need to watch School Days so they can realize how silly they ass look. That's what they need to do. I got a little cousin. He hit me today. He on his way to college up to Bay City College up in it's JUCO up in Ohio. He about to hoop up there. He's like, hey, cuz, what's some things I should watch that's kind of like empowering for black men? So I said, all the hidden colors. I said, you need to throw The Secret in there because that's universal. No. Go start, even if you don't start now, know that somebody told you to watch all 4 hidden colors. You might not understand it until you about 25, 30. But at least you know that is there. You need to watch The Secret because it's universal and it's going to apply to everybody. And you need to watch School Days. You need to watch
School
Malcolm
Days.
X. You need to watch Higher
You
Learning.
need to watch School Days,
Mainly
Malcolm X.
all that because ain't none of that changed.
They probably
Right.
need to see when they see us too, just so you don't forget.
Well, I know he know that. I know he know to watch
I
that.
haven't watched that yet.
I haven't watched it either. My spirit ain't right.
I seen it.
What?
My
I just-
spirit ain't right for when they see us.
I gotta
know,
I gotta get my
Nah,
brain ready for that
I
shit,
can't.
man. I just
Ain't no getting ready for
I
that.
can't.
I know.
Ain't no getting ready for it. Watch that. Watch the Oprah.
Oh, I'm gonna
interview
watch it.
afterwards.
I'm
I
gonna
need to watch
watch
the
it.
actual documentary that Kenny
There's
Burns did.
I was about to say there's
I
an
gotta watch
actual
that one.
documentary that, but I mean it's so much stuff
Just
that's
more
like coming out
detail.
about it now. You just like, I don't know what to believe. Like
Nah, it's them out of them men
it's being heavily like,
circulated.
well, no,
promoted.
people are like going against what was in the movie. They're saying like that's not what happened at all, and that's in rotation. Like people, they got
Here-
the same story.
here's-
So then you get
here's
to the
the
point
thing.
of like, I don't know what to believe no more.
Here's the thing. We can't go against what these men's perspective was at 14, 15, 16
all.
years old. Whether however it get transferred over into an art form, that can get lost every now
Anytime
and
it
again.
gets transferred to art form, you're gonna
Yeah,
get that
it's go-
television
yeah.
element to make it watchable.
And if I tell Simp
So that's
to
why I
tell,
don't know what's real and
if I
what's
tell
not.
Simp to tell you to tell BG
Right.
something, then it could get lost in
Right.
translation. But what don't change is that out of them 5 men, 2 of them fucked up.
For sure.
They're really fucked up.
Yeah.
That ain't change, and that ain't just happened over just a simple circumstance. And out of the other 3, they're elevating past it, they're moving with it, and they're more vocal about telling their
Which
story.
two?
Those dudes are damaged, man.
Antron and Corey. Corey was the one that was in Rikers Island,
And he was
who
the younger
wasn't
one.
supposed to be. He was the older one. He was like at just turned 16, I want to
Okay.
say. He wasn't. That was
Yeah,
the one
he
that
was
was
like
never
13.
supposed to be there in the
Yeah.
first place. He
Yeah.
went down there with his friend,
Yeah.
and he was never supposed to be there in the first place. He went down to the precinct to check on his friend. All them boys were supposed to have their parents there. They should have all went home that night. Don't none of them facts change. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Oh, this ain't happened like that and this and that in between. Did y'all get them boys a lawyer? Did y'all call them boys' parents down immediately? Y'all did not. Y'all did a street sweep on some bullshit.
Yeah.
All the rest of that,
That's how I know my
The-
spirit
the
ain't
fact-
right.
the
My
fact-
spirit ain't ready for that.
and we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on a little bit, but
It's messing with my
the,
spirit right
and
now.
the main part about it that we always got to keep in the forefront, there was a woman that was raped and abused, and the man admitted to it. His DNA was there, and that was the
But
only
even
DNA
she
there.
coming out saying it was more than one person, and it was those boys. And I'm looking at her like, ma'am.
You were on trial and you said it wasn't. I
But I'm talking about the interview she doing like in the last couple of weeks. She was like, it was them, and I was like, what are you talking about? Are you trying to get a book?
This woman
What are
has
you
brain
doing?
damage. We're not going there with her.
like, what are you doing and why are you doing this on national TV?
This woman has traumatic brain damage. I'm not going there with her. I'm not disputing this, that, and in between.
Yeah.
But it's also like you had since like the mid '80s to really have anything to say,
and haven't said anything.
and it's really hard to kind of take it
Right.
at more than face value. So I'm not just gonna go there. But at the end of the day, design rated 5. So, okay. So sports.
I agree.
NBA draft. It's about as bland as I figured it would be.
I was gonna say there weren't that many surprises in the NBA draft. People went exactly where I thought they were gonna go.
Except for the trade that day when Atlanta moved up.
with Atlanta.
That was the biggest surprise.
For me, with the NBA draft, because they do so much analysis leading up to it, it's not even exciting to watch. Like, you literally know exactly what's gonna happen.
And
when
it's
you
not
watch
that much to analyze because half of these kids only been in college.
You don't know half of them.
7
You know,
months.
like the top 3, 4,
Right.
5 picks.
I was surprised Cameron Johnson went as high as he did. I thought he was going to be a more of a later.
Where you
round.
come out of?
UNC.
I don't know.
He can really shoot.
Hold on.
He can shoot. He's a shooter. But he went like 11.
Yeah, he a senior.
Love the draft.
Oh,
Yeah, he went like
That's why.
11.
Oh, he stayed in
I thought
school,
he was
that's
going
why.
to be a
So
later
we just
round.
We just got to say we didn't
Yeah.
know him because they come out of school the first year.
He stayed in
we don't
school.
know if you,
so
if
you know
you
if you
graduated.
stay in school too long, they be like, nah, you ain't good.
Right.
Which is crazy.
I thought he was going to be a late round draft pick, but I'm surprised they picked him.
Needed a
What-
shooter.
Was that who moved up? Was that who the Knicks ended up getting? Somebody with UNC got a workout with the
about to
Knicks
pull it
like the
up
day
right now.
prior.
Nah,
or
that was-
something. that was the
that
other
was
Was that
kid.
Darius Garland?
Nah, they tried to work out Darius Garland. They Kobe White,
Kobe White. There
but
you
they
go.
still ended up taking RJ Barrett,
And they
which
took
is
RJ Barrett
the
anyway.
better damn
I
person
was
to
going to
take.
say
Well, ain't no doubt
that
about
you
it.
were going to take.
Ain't no doubt about it. I think the main part, which I'm not a fan of the whole what kind of an impact is an 18, 19-year-old gonna have on the team, but
Depending on who that 18, 19-year-old is.
Ain't
ain't none of them it.
Ain't
Not to
none
be
of
changed in the
LeBron.
face of a franchise. But what I like what the Knicks have in place because with Barrett, Knox, what's my Trier.
You still got a team full of first, second, and third year players with no veteran help.
Dennis
That's what
Smith
they gonna
Jr.
have to do.
So,
Dennis
Yeah.
Smith Jr.
I think that I love Dennis Smith
Get your
Jr.
veteran help on that bench. Get you some.
They
get
too
you some
busy
veteran help
stacking
on-
trying to get on the team that's gonna win the finals.
Oh, so you're not. So you don't want them to get any
not
free
really
agents at all. You don't think they're gonna get any free agents at all.
Well,
not marquee.
here's the thing. I don't trust Dolan.
Dolan.
Period. I think.
but
Dolan, I don't trust
they
him.
got all new people in position. So they like I said, they got Perry. They used to be with Scott. I think his name is Scott Perry. They actually started putting
The
people
front office
who know
together?
people
know
who know
basketball.
basketball
Yeah.
in place. So you got the kid coaching David Fisdale.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
You, so
yeah,
you,
I
you-
trust-
you-
I
you
trust
putting
Fizz,
that
though.
you getting like I say the Knicks are like Dolan ain't making a bunch. I mean he making top level decisions, but he's finally letting the basketball people make the basketball decisions. You also got to remember that the last 2 years was all cleanup from the shit that Phil Jackson did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there ain't no doubt.
So if
But-
you gotta clean up to all the shit because Phil Jackson pretty much set that team back.
that was the only thing that he did right was Kristaps Porzingis. That's the only thing he did right. But they begged him to take the job. He didn't want the job. They just threw so much money at him that he was
Because-
going to be stupid not to take
Because
it.
they were trying to get a name in there to say that okay, we're putting the basketball mind.
But if I offer you a job and you keep telling me no, I don't want it, I'm not going to make you take it.
So
once again, though, this is New York. It's all about the name that you're trying to get.
Houston
yeah.
didn't get any draft picks. Is that normal?
They ain't had none because they done traded all of them.
They traded all of them.
which can be normal.
I
depending
never
on
when
who
I
you're
started
trying
when
to
I
get.
started looking at the list, I was like, they didn't draft nobody.
Yeah,
At all,
they
in
ain't
no
got no
round.
picks.
Well, they got a lot of talk right now as of today, really mainly about trying to pull Jimmy Butler over there, which would be a dumpster fire of
I
hell.
love Jimmy Butler.
Where are you going to get the money from?
They trying to do a sign and trade, which means they're gonna have to get rid of Capella, get rid of Gordon,
Yeah.
and probably get rid of.
They paid Capella a lot of money to brick layups the way he was doing. They paid him a lot of money to do that.
Hey, man.
That boy was bricking layups.
The main part is
They got to get Chris Paul out of
Man,
I don't think so.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Can't.
I don't
I
believe
think-
all that.
think
I don't
it's
believe
been
all
pretty
that
clear.
they
I
talking
think
about
it's
in
No,
there.
been,
no,
been
you
pretty
can-
clear if you've
He's
been
a-
look,
you
watching
You
the
can
interviews.
watch Houston games and watch when
He's
they're
a-
both on the court. If Chris Paul got the ball, James Harden just be standing.
And vice versa.
He's a
Yeah, because- but you're not
And
part of
even
the
in
offense.
interviews, James Harden throws major shade in.
He's a declining, aging superstar that's about to make $40 million at like 39.
Who the hell taking that contract?
You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's why.
Like 36.
Well,
like that.
he'll be there
35.
next year.
Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna be able to unload that contract. They were talking about sending him to Philly.
Philly ain't taking that contract.
I'm just saying.
Why would you take that 40
I wouldn't
million?
take that contract. I'm not taking Chris Paul at making 38 and then like 40 and then 42. I'm not taking it. I don't mind Chris Paul on my squad.
Not at 40.
Jeffrey says whatever team
not
I was
at
talking
that-
about getting Jimmy Butler, he got to do too much to get Jimmy Butler. They got to
Not
do too
at
much.
that
the
price.
Rockets,
You got to give him a max.
The Rockets got to get you're going to sign a max because it's going to be a sign and trade. So he's going to be able to max out, it's a max deal.
Hot take.
But like I say, you got to sit there. Houston will have to give up so much to make the money work.
Hot take. The problem with Houston is not the players, it's D'Antoni. That's the problem.
Well, it's always D'Antoni
They're
problem.
they're not going to win
anywhere.
with that system.
D'Antoni, how you scoring out the damn?
Yeah,
out
you're
the
scoring.
roof.
He's great for winning games.
But
He sucks for winning
boy.
championships.
Well, because he hasn't. But I think the main part is closing moments. Is like he doesn't have a staff that they know
don't
how
have
to
an
switch
offense.
gears.
He doesn't make adjustments. He
Right.
makes no in-game adjustments.
Speaking of switching gears,
So game
Game
Man,
manager's
say that to the
terrible.
end, dog.
It
Because
don't
that
matter.
topic is going to run.
Not really.
Yeah, it will.
What's going on?
Trust me.
Are they
LeVar
fi-
Ball.
They fine.
No, it ain't gonna run. Because he said he getting his own
Everybody did like
podcast
that.
now.
Y'all can have
LeVar
that.
They got like
Ball.
an
And
they got like
everybody's
an
gonna listen
internet
to it.
TV show or
Y'all can
something
have that.
that people watch.
I'm good.
Already.
I personally,
Ball
I
of the
respect
family?
everything he does,
No,
but I
I
never
don't
want to
think
hear
it's-
LeVar Ball
You never watched
talk.
that show?
Nah,
I hate hearing him talk.
I heard it was
I
good, but
don't-
don't get
Y'all
it
ain't never
twisted.
watched Ball of the
don't-
Family?
Nah, I'm good.
No.
Yeah, it's actually a decent show.
No, I
like
heard it
his
was good.
wife-
I believe it.
Now he do his wife bad. Like I be watching the show like
Like
who
a
is he
typical
talking
married couple.
to?
Probably like a married
no,
couple.
no, this ain't nothing typical about this.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with this though.
What?
This situation.
I'm saying he still got like outlets where he can say whatever he needs to say. His show does very well. Y'all say he gonna have a podcast in
He
a
said
minute.
that's what he said. He was somebody called him
He's
coming outside. or
entertaining.
something.
That would be easy. That's easy money for LeVar Ball. Who wouldn't? There's a lot of people that would tune in to see what kind of crazy shit
he gonna say.
LeVar Ball is going to
That's
say.
why I watch.
Well, my question to him would be, why ain't you been doing this?
The reason why I don't like LeVar Ball is because this is supposed to be about your sons, and it's not. It's
He
about
makes it
you.
about him.
He
Right.
makes
He
it
does.
about him. You
He
like
does.
that camera.
Yeah.
But when you were promoting your son, and all the things that he did, he got his son to be overrated, marginal at the second pick in the draft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Can't knock
talked
that
him up.
hustle.
You talked him up to that. But if this is supposed to be about Lonzo and Melo and Jello, why is it that we don't see them? We see you. You know what I'm saying? He makes it too much about him
But
and
you
not
can
about
kinda
his
see,
kids.
you can see Lonzo pulling back from all of that. Lonzo like
Yeah, when
Yeah.
when the money game up showed.
yeah, and you even LaMelo, you can kind of see him. He like okay.
Without his grandeur, though, and we talked about this on previous shows. Without his grandeur and all the stuff that he was doing, Lonzo would not have been a top 5 draft pick.
He still would have been a top. He still would have been a
He'd been
lottery
top
pick.
10.
He'd have been a
'Cause
top
Lonzo,
10.
Lonzo
but
balled at
the
UCLA.
money is different and from number 2 and
But
number 10.
Also,
okay?
think about the people. But you got to think about the people who came out. Lonzo, even before his dad started talking, when he was just playing, and you just kind of started bubbling up, hearing about his dad doing a bunch of talking in the crowd. Lonzo was still out there balling for UCLA.
No, I'm not taking away from him being a good ball player. I just don't think he
He
would have been
alright.
number 2 in the draft.
He's not second picking the draft good.
No.
And everybody, and I'm a Laker fan. Almost every Laker fan
But let's be real
disagrees
too.
with me.
He needed every star to align in order for that to be what it was.
For
as far as
sure.
him going to the Lakers, because
But it was some marketing involved. I think that you got to kind of lay that at the feet of
no,
his
no,
father.
no,
Like, he
yeah,
hadn't done
no,
it.
ain't no question. But,
But
here's
most
the
dudes
thing:
who are good at ball, if they dad's involved,
flip
they
a coin-
living through their sons.
if
Most
you
of
flip
them
a
are.
coin, it'd have just been the Zion Williams going to New Orleans instead of New York, like everybody
Yeah,
wanted. It'd
yeah,
have just
yeah.
been a situation like that, which ultimately, what's happening right now is the rightful thing that should be going on with Lonzo's career, and he's a pro ball player. I ain't crying for him.
No.
I ain't crying for his daddy. I ain't crying for nobody but that Dennis.
He
that
still
don't
would have went top
get
5.
enough
Most
burn.
guys,
Top
who,
five.
most guys who are
He
playing
still would have went top
ball,
5. Looking at that draft,
their dads are living.
There's a
through
lot
them
of players.
Anyway. That's how they get pushed.
There's at
so
least
hard.
you're looking. You are doing 20. You're looking at hindsight.
I wanted Jason Tatum over him. That was easy. That's easy. Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox cooked him in college. Right?
2. Okay.
All right. Donovan Mitchell.
That came about.
Dennis Smith Jr.
I would have took Lonzo over Dennis Smith Jr.
Nope.
Coming out of college.
Nope.
Coming out of
I'm
college.
still taking Dennis
I would
Smith Jr. And I'm taking Dennis Smith Jr. today over Lonzo Ball.
But at the same time, that's why I say the Stars had to align for it to just be the Lakers got that second pick. They needed a ball handler. They wanted to get somebody young, and why not? The kid already from LA, he coming from UCLA, and he already one of the best, more or less stat stuffers and point guards and all of that. And he had some really good highlights. He ran the team at UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, he can pass the ball and he plays decent defense, but this is 2019. I need a point guard who can shoot.
But he's 19.
You name 10, but all the other 19-year-olds, they don't shoot as poorly as he does. He shoots very poorly.
All right, he shoots pretty bad.
He's down there with the centers shooting.
He shoots pretty bad.
He's
His
terrible.
free throws are really bad.
40% from the free throw line.
Okay.
Okay. That's terrible. That's the worst.
No, it's pretty bad.
This
It's
is what
pretty
Lakers
bad.
do.
I know.
He hates
Yeah,
him because
It's
he was a
bad.
Lakers.
It's so bad, though. And the fact that it's really, really bad.
It is really bad.
So,
And like I said, you name the top 10 point guards in this league. Who not named Russell Westbrook can't shoot? All of them.
Also, how many of them are in their second year though?
He's a terrible shooter.
Fucking Ben Simmons was the first pick. He can't shoot worth shit. He's scared to shoot.
That's
Yeah,
true. We knew that in college.
But Ben,
Touche on that one.
but what happens?
Touche
He do
on that
everything
one.
else. He
Yeah.
Well, he don't play defense, but he rebound.
Yeah,
He
nobody
throw
does.
assists.
Yeah, he gave
He's
up on. You
scared to
see him
shoot.
give up on that last play when Kawhi hit that shot. You see him give up on that.
He didn't want to get the foul.
well,
Yeah.
he didn't.
He gave up on that.
He didn't want to
People,
foul.
people say he gave up on it, and they even was trying to. I thought they were trying to get. I thought Jimmy Butler was on that play.
Jeff, what's up, baby?
Was Jimmy Butler on that play too? Was he like the second guy that came?
No, that was Joel Embiid.
I
Joel
thought it was
Embiid
Butler
came-
then Embiid, but it was Simmons then Embiid.
It was Simmons then Embiid.
Okay, I got you.
I'm saying for Lonzo Ball first year in the
He
league,
alright.
I can't be mad as you're my rookie point guard and we don't have shit around you that you
Nothing.
average 10, 7, and 7 and almost 2 steals a game. I cannot be mad at that.
Yeah, he
At
alright.
all.
And New Orleans is actually going to have a decent team. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a decent
most
team.
definitely. Yeah, they're gonna have a great team. Well,
I ain't gonna say great.
they gonna remind. They remind me.
They still ain't making the playoffs.
No, they remind me of the Clippers back when
They
Quentin
ain't making the
Richardson and
playoffs
D
for the next couple
Miles.
years.
Oh, and while we're talking about the
Maybe.
Pelicans, let's go to Angie. Speaking of the Pelicans and Zion Williamson.
So I want to be very clear
About what?
that
You ain't see her
I
hot take in the
actually
group chat?
Yes.
support the kid.
Kinda
I'm
forgot
not
about it.
knocking him. And I hope he is successful.
No, it's not about support.
But
let her go. Let her go. Let her go.
I
let her
don't
go.
think that he is what he's being built. I think he's gonna disappoint on some. Now it ain't gonna be like I said. It's not gonna be Greg Oden bad,
That's real bad.
but
Greg Oden wasn't bad. Greg Oden was injured.
Yeah.
It's still bad.
I'm talking about the disappointment level.
No, the person that you brought up was what's his name in 9-5?
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
It's not gonna be Joe Smith bad.
Joe Smith had a solid career. What
It's
is
not
it?
gonna be.
8 and
What was my
6.
other guy?
8 and 6
Kwame
was
Brown bad.
Kwame Brown.
It's not gonna be that bad.
Zion.
I guarantee it won't be
believe
that
it's
bad.
not that bad.
It's not
So-
gonna be that bad.
Zion is probably gonna have.
He's
a
great for marketing.
Blake Griffin type career.
There you go. That's who I said he's gonna be. We ain't
And if
seen
you
him
did
do
say
nothing
that.
but dunk. We ain't
Well,
seen him do shit
And if you
else.
have a,
And
but
that's
if you
what
have a
I'm
Blake
saying.
Griffin type career, that's a pretty damn good career.
But I
He
don't even
alright.
think he's gonna do that. In the NBA, you gotta do more than dunk.
Anybody?
You have
for
to
it.
do
Go
more
for it.
than
Go
dunk.
ahead. Yeah, you do.
And right now, that's all I've seen him do at Duke. However,
Correct.
like y'all said earlier, to give him credit, we've only seen him play a year.
Right.
I've seen his high school highlights, but
And
the
they're all
NBA
dunks.
is a different game.
It's an
and
actual game.
it's an actual game. And I don't think that everything that people think is going to translate. This is my thought. I could be wrong.
He got
I
to
just don't
develop
think-
though. We got to let him develop though.
I know. I just don't
And I
think. I
think
don't think he's going to be.
And I think
hype.
he's gonna have to slim down over time. That's a lot of weight on those joints
ain't
for
no question.
all those
He's
years.
Well,
gonna
we-
get
we-
smaller.
yeah,
but
we
now
knew
he's gonna
that.
actually have.
He has to.
You think about it. The season,
285 is a lot on 6'7".
but think about it like this: the season is longer, so now all he has to do is train. Everything you do now, your singular thing is, I am training for my. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym 6, 7, 8 months out the year.
Hopefully,
And
Mhm.
but even during the season, it's going to, because now it's a longer season. So you
Right.
just have to become. First year, he probably will still have some of that 18-year-old, 19-year-old
Baby
fat
fat,
pudge
man.
on him, you know.
Right.
But over time, as you get acclimated to the NBA grind, you're going to
Mhm.
start losing weight because you just see it happen, and then you're going to get with a nutritionist. You're going to have people who are around you that's what
And
they're
if he's
pushing.
disciplined and if he's training the way that he's supposed to, and if
Sure.
he has coaches and people around him, he may develop into. I don't
Right.
see him
But
having
like I
all the tools
No,
to be this
but see-
dynamic
but this is the
second
good
coming
thing.
of LeBron.
But see, this is the good thing about his situation is
no.
he does not have to come in and be LeBron. He don't have to come in and
well,
be
he's
like,
coming in and getting his own team though.
no.
The Pelicans got rid of what's
Anthony
the guy's
Davis.
name? Anthony
But-
Davis,
but also-
Anthony got rid of him. Say it.
Yeah,
or
he left.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Anthony
wanted
wanted to come over here with us.
It did.
Y'all still ain't winning shit, but whatever.
Y'all
That's a whole nother story.
y'all
That's
stacking
a whole
way
nother
too
story.
hard.
We'll
Like
stack-
the Lakers
we'll
keep
do
getting
that.
to the point, and I like the Lakers. The Lakers getting to the point where it's just like, look, this free fall thing they doing, this ain't cool.
We'll talk about that once season start. We got enough time for me to get my slander off.
Let them get
And
that
y'all
bench
know I
first.
love, y'all know I
Yeah,
like LeBron.
Sign more than 3 players on your squad.
Then you can have a full
You know.
conversation about it.
Yeah.
I agree with that one.
Y'all barely got a starting 5 right now with how many players y'all got signed.
Phone impossible.
Bruh,
Pretty much.
bruh. We're going to
Mediocre
the Western
spades,
Conference
man.
Finals at least.
They
Barring
going to the
barring
ship.
injury.
They
barring
going
injury.
to the ship.
We're going to the
Going
Western
to the
Conference
ship.
Finals.
Y'all need some
Going
bench
to
players,
the
dog.
Yeah.
Bad, dog. Because them wheels,
We're
them
going to the Western
LeBron
Conference
wheels,
Finals.
they need WD-40.
But no, what I was saying real quick
Do
about,
they?
about the Pelicans.
35, though.
The Pelicans, he's not coming into a team that doesn't have any talent. You're
Yeah.
coming into a team
They got Drew
that's
Holiday.
got Drew Holiday, who's an all-star.
Right.
You don't like Lonzo, but you still got a guard.
got
You still got some
Lonzo.
people who played NBA games, so
Sure.
you don't have to come in and you're instantly everything has
Who
to
else
flow
on the
through.
team?
Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram,
We don't know.
Josh Hart.
Yeah.
I mean Lonzo Ball. I'm trying to think who else on.
Lonzo
Jahlil
plays for the
Okafor.
Pelicans now.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
traded. He's part of the
Don't
Anthony
worry about
Davis
that, baby.
trade.
Don't worry about that.
And hopefully they'll resign. They're thinking that they're going to resign Randall.
I doubt it.
I
don't
hate
think
you
it's
so
gonna
much.
They're hoping.
I doubt it. I doubt it just only because it's like, where do you
Why?
play him?
He's going to be sitting next to
You're
the
gonna have
dude
to
that
put him
look
at the
just
4.
like
He's not a 5.
Him
I
and-
think he's kind of. I think he'd be an undersized 5.
him and,
'Cause
You
he's
putting
only
Zion,
like-
you putting Zion at the 3?
him and Zion
I mean,
gonna be
he's
looking like
6'7".
him and Zion gonna be looking like twinsies out there.
Pretty much.
I mean, but
Let Randall
Not
get out here.
everything.
Randall is only 6'9". He'd be an undersized 5.
Not
He-
today though,
he-
because the heights of the 5s are moving down to the 3s. So
Pretty much.
it's not
Yeah.
gonna.
People
It's not
are
gonna
being
matter as
born
much.
shorter.
Yeah.
86'9".
But Zion is only 6'7". I see him getting up to 6'9", maybe
You think he's
16.
still growing?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
he's only
I mean,
20.
18, 19.
18.
Is it 20?
Is he?
18.
18?
Oh, he ain't 19 yet.
No.
He
I
might
thought he
be-
was 19.
maybe
He
this-
might be turning 19 this year, but
Summer, fall, like
yeah,
coming up. But
that guy's
nah.
a teenager.
He got,
You know,
he got some
Okay.
growing
He's
to do.
gonna grow.
I thought he was older.
I say he'll
No, it's
be
1 year college.
I say he'll be like at
Looks
like 6'9". I don't think he's a
Got the
4. I
LeBron
think he's a
James
3.
going on.
I think he's a 3.
Who, Zion?
Yeah, I think he's
No,
a
I
3.
agree with that.
Why y'all saying Zion? Is that how you say it?
Zion. What'd you say?
Country people don't say it like that.
How
But go
country
ahead.
people say it?
Zion.
okay.
Jeez,
I've heard that.
Zion. Because y'all like Zion. I'm like,
Well, that's why.
but y'all also do Dion and all that.
What you say?
The way that they just looked at me, they was,
Dion?
everybody at the table went.
What have we missed?
I mean, I guess it's the way you spell it. Vanderbilt one.
No.
I mean, it's the way you spell it.
How you say
Dion.
it?
Zion.
How do you spell? How do you say Dion?
Dion.
Dian.
It's the way you spell it.
Oh,
It depends on how you spell it too, though.
Dian.
Now,
Like with an I, if you're doing it with an I mean, you're doing it with an E, that's different.
How you say Leon? Leon?
I hate y'all.
How you say crayon?
I'll agree with her. I'll agree
Korean.
with her on Zion though.
We do say Zion.
That's how we do it, because that was the name of like 50 churches. You know what I'm saying? Mount
okay.
Zion.
Mount Zion
That-
Missionary Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And they had one in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
A greater new life, something.
And y'all called it
Gotta have like 12
Mount.
names.
Y'all called it Mount Zion.
Mount Zion.
Zion. Yeah.
Mount
Y'all
Zion.
going to hell.
That is how you
We
say
put
it.
we put a Y in there, but we always add.
I got a
letters
one-way
with a-
ticket. I got a
Y'all
one-way
got beat to
ticket.
sleep.
Yeah, it was ugly. We just gonna not talk about
Hey,
that.
Vandy was cold with it this year.
They was.
Congratulations,
They the number
Vandy.
2 team in the nation.
Smart,
They
and you
all
got to
year.
be smart to go there.
They still pay their player. Well, they ain't really paying. Yeah,
No.
They paying, but you know,
Yeah, not like
They don't
that.
really
Like you
invest
gotta
like
be
that.
smart to go to
Vandy,
Vanderbilt.
the
Yeah.
Northwestern of the SEC.
Vandy.
Uncle Michael, what's up,
Vanderbilt
man?
is the Harvard of the SEC.
they there to keep. They there
My
to keep.
bad.
They there to keep the SEC GPA up.
Wait a minute.
You said that.
Vanderbilt ain't.
I think you
Vanderbilt ain't
did
keep
about
the
2-3
SEC
summers ago. There was a whole talk about that, and you did not flinch. You was like,
Vanderbilt has
yeah.
made their
Every school,
marks in
every
like men's
conference got-
basketball.
every conference got that team.
Ew.
SEC is Vanderbilt, and Big Ten is Northwestern, and the ACC is Wake Forest.
Actually, Northwest. Well,
It's
I was about to
Northwestern.
say
It's
no,
Northwestern.
yeah,
Is
never
that the
mind, never mind.
Northwestern?
I
That's the
know.
Northwestern, or is it a
The
different Northwestern?
Northwestern.
Because it's two Northwestern.
The Northwestern.
What's the other
I
Northwestern?
don't know.
I know. I think it's Podunk. I found it
Yeah,
in
we
there.
don't. Yeah.
Northwestern
and-
College.
And the Pac-12, the Pac-12 got Stanford and Cal.
Yep.
And
Is
then
the guy that's the
cheated.
pitcher? Is he black?
one of their pictures is
Like black?
yeah.
Or like
he pitched yesterday.
MLB black?
But-
Where I thought they was black, but they really
Nah,
wasn't.
nah, he black.
Ain't rice and beans black.
Yeah.
Is he
They
like
got-
he's black?
No, they got
No, just
Vanderbilt.
Pork
and,
and beans black.
Vanderbilt and Michigan both got a couple black players on their teams. Like you will see black players in college baseball, they just don't make it to the next level for some reason. But you'll see black players sprinkled all throughout college baseball.
And I hit the ball. That's how you got. If I'm a black player playing college ball, and I hit the ball good.
That's how you gonna talk.
Nah,
You a pass too. You a
I hit the
pass.
ball.
because if you're of a different nationality, you're not even going to college to play baseball. You're playing.
Yeah, I know.
You're
It's
playing
just
your national.
it's like playing 4
Right.
years in college
You-
basketball. I
You're
know.
playing. Well, no, you're playing it like out for your national team, and then you're like defecting over into baseball and getting to the minor leagues.
Hey T.
All right, what else we got, y'all?
Haiti.
Went through the draft.
That was somebody on my.
Oh, I was like, Haiti got
Hey,
ball
T.
players?
Nah,
I
I
wouldn't
said
know.
hey T.
Like I was so confused.
That's my Facebook Live people.
Hey T, my bad.
we talked about the draft.
We did.
Ain't nothing much going on with football right now.
Not much.
Nah, not for real.
I'm
just-
excited that it's about to start up.
Just
Our
all
first
eyes
game.
on Cleveland.
Oh,
Are they gonna pay y'all quarterback?
Oh yeah,
Wait.
that's what
right
we
now.
got to talk
The
about.
NBA. Wait, I just I pick out my people. Y'all don't show no love to y'all people, but I pick out my people. So Quindara Weatherspoon is going to the San Antonio Spurs second round pick, and we going down there to the game.
Hey man,
What?
Hold on.
we had our player get drafted in the first round.
Y'all didn't say nothing about it, so you must not be proud.
I mean,
No, it ain't
All
that.
right,
He,
Q.
he just going into a great situation.
He
so
going to
it's
the
like-
Warriors.
Yeah.
The Warriors.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Warriors.
Who?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. Yeah.
See,
Oh,
I
I
like
don't know who
him.
that is.
I like him, but he wears shorts kind of high, and I don't really respect that.
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't
I mean,
know
it's a
about
lot of
these
weirdos
kids,
in the
these
NBA
kids,
now. It's a lot of weirdos. That's why I'm watching.
I gotta have an old man rant.
He show a whole lot of thigh when he hooping, and I don't really.
I don't know why. I don't know why these young men are determined to look like WNBA players. They are
I
determined.
remember when they used to wear the short shorts. It used to
With
be
the
kinda
hair,
cool. Then they got skinny, and then it wasn't cute
It's
no more.
these half mohawk fros
Man,
that they get. They all get it.
They don't
What's
know
them
what we
half
had to go
mohawk
through to
from?
get long
They-
shorts.
They hair be boofed out,
We didn't
twisted,
like the long shorts. We like the short shorts.
partially tapered. Taper don't even be clean.
Yeah, their haircuts do.
They
kinda
all be
suspect.
looking the
The
same.
suits look pretty good at the draft.
They didn't look as bad as they have in
They
the
look-
past. I agree.
As
They
good-
look normal.
They look closer to normal.
Yeah, they were
So
normal.
if a kid did the high water look,
But
it
y'all
didn't
know
look.
why?
It just stood out
Because
on
they
its
had
own.
a lot of sponsors. So y'all know Express is doing NBA suits now.
It was that.
Oh, I
well, there was
didn't
Express
a.
did like half of the first round.
Well, there was a black designer who did 2 kids.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I seen a whole lot of
Dwayne?
ankles out there. And
Cummings.
No.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, somebody else?
did y'all notice that
Dwayne
you see
Cummings
the
did one
basketball
too, I
players with all the big jewelry, like the huge watches and all that? You saw a couple, but not like you did in the NFL.
Well, that's
draft.
played now because the watches
Well, yeah,
actually
'cause
have
they-
gotten smaller.
Yeah, they were because they had already made those debuts in college.
Okay.
they
cool.
was on they was on the Starville sideline blinged up. So you know
Yeah.
what you
Yeah,
gonna do.
No,
Yeah.
so what you're not gonna do? So what you're not gonna do is call out my school.
Hey, well, if the
At
watch
Mississippi
fits.
State University, we play by the book.
If you pay like you play, baby.
What you need to be trying to figure out is how Ole Miss is still getting the top team.
We know how. The bag.
That
Look,
bag a little bigger.
check this out. Ole Miss, that the bag man had to
They
sit.
suspended for the bag.
Look, he had to sit the bag. They had to
Folks
sit
still
the,
and still getting 5 stars.
look, Hugh Freeze got fired. They had to sit the bag man down for a minute. They was like, "Hey, look, we need you to chill for a year.
the bag, man.
You gonna come back next year? You know, we gonna get clear. You know, let the smoke clear a little bit. Then we gonna start funneling it back through."
Y'all know where he at Liberty University. I didn't even know they had a football team.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, they
Damn,
like
I didn't.
deep 1
So what y'all not gonna do is talk about what Mississippi State and we at Mississippi State University we respect the NCAA. We follow the rules. We are doing what we're supposed to be doing. We
You gonna say
doing
all that until week 1.
we work. We using what we got to get what we want.
Hey man, I ain't mad at you.
Oh,
You
he
know
is
me.
Black.
I've been trying to get Michigan to hire a better bag man for years.
That is a little real. He did. This was with gray hair.
Y'all need a better bag person.
Yeah, we need a better bag man.
I mean, are they paying?
Yeah,
I'll
but
help
we
you.
need a better one.
Well, I think it's coming now. Well, at least for basketball.
Nah,
It's coming now.
Hey.
The bag
No.
man is big in
Look,
basketball.
check this
I don't
out.
think as it
This
is
the
in
first year.
football.
The first year you there. You can't be talking like that right now, man.
I agree. I apologize.
Who's
Can't be
y'all coach?
I apologize, Jawan.
Basketball.
I'm so
Oh
happy for
yeah,
that dude.
yeah, no.
I'm so happy for that dude.
That's gonna be a
Yeah.
beautiful situation all the
Sure
while,
is, and the players
And it's
gonna
go-
love him.
and it's gonna make for a great 30 for 30.
Oh,
They
yeah.
better
It's gonna
not-
be a new
they
one.
better not never make that mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
think
why I'm
they
saying
know.
you can't.
Can you imagine if it happened?
No, they all
You gotta leave. That's
Why
what I'm
he
saying.
coach?
Don't can't put that kind of in the aura right now, man. We
they
gotta
all
just-
done been to dinner. They discussed it. They done put it all on the table.
That's good.
I'm all
I watched that
about
30 for
it.
30. I was sad for everybody involved.
Yeah,
Well,
man, they made
I
all
lived through that, so
Right.
I felt
They
it
made
hard
out all right.
already. Pause. It was hard on me already, but I was a kid
You was a kid.
and I had to go through
You
that.
got
I had to
13,
live through that.
14?
Nah,
He was younger. I was probably about
92.
13, 14 when that happened.
Talking about 92, 93?
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
like 11, 12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like
So
90.
simple was
So
like
yeah, I could see
yeah,
how you was
13.
going through that at
That
that
shit
time.
was
That's not the
tough.
right time.
shit was hard. And then a lot of the beauty of it too, because you will see these guys play at like the city championship games, like especially with Jalen, I'll say. City championship stuff.
Oh.
You see their name in the paper.
Yeah.
And you know such and such that know such and such, and then you see them out in public, like all of that. And then see them boys at Fairlane Mall.
Yeah, you would
On
literally
Saturdays,
see them.
You see
Out
them. They
all
will
throughout
be
the city.
at the mall.
But you would see all of our players that were that went on to
the local guys. Yeah.
local players that went on to have
Yeah.
like college
They were
careers and
accessible.
stuff. You would see
They
them
came back
at
to
the
the
mall.
camps,
You
to
would
the
see
schools,
them
all that.
like the school I went to, where my mom taught at where I went to school, St. Cecilia. Our summer league was like
The Drew League of Detroit was at St. Cecilia.
exactly.
Or
So you would
is
see them.
still.
You see Maurice Taylor, Robert Traylor,
Derek Coleman.
half the Michigan team. You see
Not the
Vashawn
tractor.
Leonard.
Straight
yeah.
up and
oh,
down.
man, I seen Tractor play when he was like a freshman in high school.
Not
Yeah.
the tractor.
I saw him playing
Yeah.
the city championship game.
So yeah, you would see all
Baby
of these
Shaq.
different peoples, like a Carlos Williams, just
Carlos
so,
Rogers.
Yeah, Carlos Rogers. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
see all these different people, and you be like, damn. And for us, that's like they're going to D1 school, so you like
Yeah.
shit. They big time.
Yeah.
So you see the Vashawn Leonards and the
Shit, even through all the Pistons.
yeah, you
Honestly,
see all them up there. So
Rick Mahorn can't pay for a meal. I mean, he get plenty of them, but he don't pay for none of
Eat
them
a
in the
bunch
city.
of
Lick my horn.
Him, Lambeer, Joe D. Joe D got a new position with
yeah, he a special advisor in
special
Sacramento.
advisor Sacramento. Yeah,
That's
but
gonna be good because
but yeah.
Sacramento needs some advising because
they need some
they be
advising.
giving up. They just be
Bad.
like, hey, yeah, here.
They need to get Vlade Divac out of there. He has no idea what
See
he's
the
doing.
thing
He's
is,
terrible.
the thing is,
Mm.
he mans with the owner.
Mm.
They
Yeah, get him
that's the
out
reason
of
they
there.
got
What's
the
he
coach.
doing?
He the GM. Or no, he the
GM.
president.
Oh, he's
He
the
is?
president.
He's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, he got a top front
How
office
long he been
position.
doing
a
Shit.
very long
Man,
Four or
about
5
time.
years.
Longer
Probably
than
longer than
that.
that.
I didn't
was thinking about
realize
10
that.
I was finna say close to 10.
Damn, he been with them for like that long?
Yeah.
Well, he was there kind of not far after his career ended, honestly. So think about when he finished up, and then it was like a little blank space, and then when he came back, they were like fully rebuilding when he came back. Like I don't even remember who the hell they had when he came back.
Because he played with Sacramento at the end of his career.
Yep.
You know, and they just kind of eased him into that front office position.
They couldn't beat L.A.
Nope.
They couldn't beat L.A. That damn or Portland.
Ran into that buzzsaw.
Oh my God.
Why the
Ran
main
into
dudes
that
that
buzzsaw.
don't play be crying?
And then y'all ran into it.
You said the who that don't play?
Dudes that don't play, they don't want to be
story.
crying.
Leave them people alone.
Don't cry, man. They
You
wouldn't
remind me of you remember the dude I used to throw a lot of shade at to play for the Lakers? He used to get on my nerves
Which
when
one?
I first started like doing the show with y'all. Oh, he irked my soul.
Derek Fisher?
Derek Fisher was the first one to grab the ball.
Oh well.
Kobe did all the work.
Well, Derek
Derek
Fisher.
Fisher, he played a lot.
I know
though.
that, but he ain't playing enough to be out there. He ain't playing enough to be the first one to grab the ball in the trophy.
He's still a holdout.
We don't salute him.
Oh no.
He ain't get a
No,
dirty
yeah,
match.
him, but he ain't play well enough to grab the ball in the trophy
Nah,
first.
he pulled a stunt. He pulled
They
a
can
move.
show-
You just don't pull.
He broke man law.
Yeah, we don't
They can
salute
show-
dirty Max.
You don't do that.
We're gonna go. Which I want to go?
But
5
his-
minutes, 10
his
minutes.
His girl though. Y'all talking about the woman?
Yeah, you don't do that.
I mean,
Not
but
with your
what
teammate. Come
what
on, man.
if she? That's
I mean,
that's
don't
what
matter.
her family do.
But he did this a couple different times.
We don't know nothing about her family. We know
Yes,
about
we do. They was
him.
all on Basketball Wives.
I don't know nothing about no basketball wise. We know about him.
Oh, I could tell you. So Laura
See,
goes.
no.
We don't want to know.
No.
The part about here's the dynamic
Say that
of
for the
Derek.
summer.
Here's the dynamic of
That's
Derek
why
Fisher.
he got punched
from-
in the face by Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
Here's the dynamic too. Even before all that, our heartstrings got tugged on when he played for Utah, and then his daughter was sick, and he had to fly back and forth. She was having surgery. This was after the Laker days, and we saw the glory of the Laker days with him because he was actually a part of the rebuilding process. Kobe was still growing up. He was fresh out of Arkansas.
Well, they came in the same year.
Who went to Arkansas?
Derek Fisher from
Derek
Arkansas.
Fisher.
Yeah. Him and
So,
Kobe came in the
I
same
can
year.
They did come. Okay, so Derek Fisher. That was probably
And
one of the
Scottie
last.
Pippen.
One of the last classes
see
of
that.
guys that could go to the league. Go to the league after a few years of college. That was one of the last crop of classes you could do that before it really went full on like one year jump,
one and done.
jump. Yeah, but he had really good success as a point guard with the Lakers. He only did what he needed to do, but he came up big, hit his free throws, hit the open jumper. He had one game. He hit a game winner in 0.4 seconds against San Antonio.
San
But
Antonio.
maybe
In
we
the
should have got the
corner.
ball for that one.
Then
He played a
moved-
role.
Then
He played his
but
role.
he played his role to a T.
I know. I
He
just
was
don't like him.
He was a nice, solid point guard throughout his
Nothing
whole
wrong with
entire career.
I just don't like
Nothing
him.
wrong with
It's
that.
something about his spirit that ain't right.
Well, obviously.
I think everybody got that player that they don't like for unfair reasons.
Oh, I got a whole bunch. I got a whole
Speaking of-
bunch.
speaking of-
Every year I start off with a player I hate on Michigan. Every year I got at least one
On your
Michigan
own team?
football. Yeah, because sometimes they just do dumb shit. So I just be like, dude, I can't stand you. But a lot of them have ended up being my favorite player by the time they were gone.
They won you over.
Yeah, but some of them be like, man.
By like week 4.
Nah.
Let's go.
I know I'm always gonna be like, let's go. But some of them be like, dog, I want to choke the shit out of you right now.
And that's week 1, 2, 3. So speaking of players you don't like, what brought to mind was people that don't like Draymond, and it was this whole thing with
I
Dennis
love
Rodman.
Draymond Green.
Dennis Rodman had this whole thing. We talked about that Bulls team versus that Golden State team.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody at their health. To me, it's probably gonna come down to like 2 years ago. 3 years ago now. Golden State Cleveland Game 7. And it's gonna be one shot that's gonna make the difference. That's what it seems like it's gonna come down to.
Oh, if it goes to Game 7, then I'm going Bulls all day
I'm
because
going
they got the
Bulls.
best player on the court.
I'm going Bulls, but it's not so much just that. It's also the psychology that these gentlemen have in those moments. And other stuff like you can't coach length per se. Tony Kukoc is long as hell. Ron Harper long as hell. Jordan long as hell. Pippen long as hell. And any center that they've always placed been a 7 foot tall white dude primarily who knew how to box out.
Mm-hmm.
So if any ball come off the rim, they knew how to tap it. Dennis Rodman, he could neutralize Draymond from doing some of the same stuff.
First off, he could get in Draymond's head easily.
That's what he said.
Draymond
And
can
that's
be,
what he said.
because Draymond can be baited.
And that's
And
what he
we've
said.
seen that.
And he was
Draymond can be
100%
baited.
correct when he said that because he made a little joke about
He
it.
can.
He was what was his?
And I love Draymond Green.
Rodman just had a joke,
I think,
but you could tell Rodman got respect for him.
Yeah,
he just be joking around, but he had a little joke about that whole concept too. But a lot of that too would just be that mental game. But it would be so fun. I need to get a video game system so I could try to find a way to put them two teams together and just let it simulate.
Do it on 2K.
I just want to see.
What video game system he talking
You can do it on 2K.
Damn now.
You can play
And
last
play
year,
them two
You can play
teams.
last year's Golden State against a 96 Bulls or something
96,
like that.
98.
Oh, they have games like
number
that.
one.
Yeah,
Because
they got legendary teams on there, so you can do that.
And
Game.
although it won't
Man,
be
that's-
back and forth per se
Good job.
directly,
Y'all excited about
but
that.
I want to see a KD and a Jordan just bucket for bucket.
But they wouldn't be checking each other.
That's what I'm. No, they wouldn't be.
Clay
Pippen
would be on Jordan.
Clay would be on
Pippen
Jordan.
would be on
What's going
KD.
on, Neil?
And
How you
Iggy
doing?
would be on Jordan. He'd be on them too. And he had a good interview on the Breakfast Club.
Who?
Who?
Iguodala.
Oh yeah, he did.
got a
I
book
haven't
He
coming
have a
watched
good
it yet.
interview everywhere he go.
He got a book coming out.
Oh yeah, he the uncle of the team. He the old man of
He
the
really
team. Like,
is.
look,
He
it was funny though. He was like, after the draft, he was like, oh shit, damn, we drafted a dude from Michigan. Damn, dog, I feel bad for you. He was like, Drake, I'm about to make your life a living hell. He was like,
he already talked about it.
he
That's
was
why
like,
he
he
knows.
was like, damn, dog.
They mentioned he was. This was the only voice of any angle of reason that I've heard behind Mark Jackson being blackballed ultimately from the NBA. Now, it started ultimately with speaking about Mark Jackson's religious side. He would do church services from the stadium,
It worked.
like virtual church services. Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't know Mark Jackson's wife is a gospel singer. Mark Jackson is pretty much, a preacher.
I'm gonna say he's a minister.
Yeah, he's a minister, a preacher.
Football?
basketball.
But it's a lot of this. Now, this is the part that rang out more than anything else. His views against same-sex marriage from a biblical standpoint. And one of the main owners of the Golden State Warriors is a homosexual male.
Got to go.
Got to go.
Because one, your market, and one of your owners. So if you in the locker room and you would say, that's his personal views and stuff, but come on now, if the owner feel away, he gonna feel away.
And there's no telling how that may or may not have been expressed behind closed doors.
Coaches
too.
get fired every day, B.
They do.
Like shit.
I don't feel nothing bad for him because
But is that why he hasn't picked up another coaching job?
He deserves another coaching job.
He
yeah,
definitely
but I
deserves
don't
another
recall
coaching
him applying to a bunch of them either.
I mean, you don't really
He shouldn't
apply.
have to apply.
You don't really. People come for you.
Look at Luke Walton.
But he gets. But I mean, I think his
He's
name has
dry
come
ass
up.
always end
His
up on
name
the
has
team.
come up. I think his name has come up in openings
What?
or for openings.
Am I
But
lying? Y'all
Is he-
know Luke
is-
Walton ain't shit.
Is he dry?
Luke Walton ain't shit.
Like he irritates. Like he's just like the picture of privilege.
You must be out of your goddamn.
That's
The
how you
picture
sound.
of privilege.
He is to me. Like there's no. Tell me how he deserved his first head coaching position. He
Because
did.
he
took over for Golden
because
State
he
when
was in
Curry got
autopilot and they
Yeah.
won games with
a
him
bunch of games.
with
though.
him being Barry Switzer.
Hey,
That's-
shit, work for Barry Switzer. Shit. It's a whole bunch
That's
of coaches.
that's who he was.
I mean, shit. But that's how a lot of assistant coaches get they come up. You do something, you step in for a minute.
Luke Walton is where he is because his daddy.
Yeah, because
I
he was
think
the
he's-
least
I think
talented
he's
of that
alright.
Arizona
Exactly.
team.
Like you ain't did nothing
No,
as
special
soon-
when you
he
was
was like,
playing.
but he was.
I knew
one
he
of
was
them-
out of there as soon as LeBron walked in the door. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
he was
That
out
was
of there.
Because
course,
LeBron
though.
know he ain't shit either.
Well,
No,
he don't
because-
respect him.
He
LeBron
don't
doesn't
nobody.
respect
He don't want nobody but Tyronn Lue because that's what he know he can tell him what to do. That's
And
it.
Tyronn Lue wear big ties.
He do with a
What?
double. He do with a double wins or not.
His tie be like mad
I
big.
mean, you
on
gotta
his neck.
respect. You gotta because he a little dude though.
I'm just saying. That
You
is
gotta
weird.
respect the good old Windsor though. You
He
gotta
wear double
respect
wins or
it.
not.
You gotta
Not a
respect the
double
Windsor.
Windsor.
He do wear double wins or not. And a 3-piece suit.
Oh,
Not the
man, y'all
double
crazy.
Windsor.
Yeah, I mean, y'all
Double
act like I
Windsor.
said something wrong when I said something about Luke.
No, I don't disagree with you at all. He marginal.
We'll
No.
get out of here at the
Luke
9:40
Walton
mark.
ain't shit. You don't remember nothing else.
Well, I don't think nobody's disputed that. I mean, we
You
haven't
don't remember
argued it.
nothing else from this show tonight. You
Just know
remember Luke Walton ain't shit.
Yikes. But,
I
you know,
feel bad because the man ain't did nothing to me. He seemed like a nice dude.
he's a trash coach, though. He's really bad at his job.
He marginal.
Shh.
But
That's
I bet he
your
gonna.
word.
I don't think
bet he
nobody
gonna keep
would.
it. He gonna keep a coaching job though.
With that roster that they gave him, but like I don't think anybody would have made that roster win. Honestly.
No, but you know a good coach when you see one.
I'm just saying I don't
He's
think
not it.
No, he's not. But I'm saying I don't really think anybody.
But back to our
because
point.
the Lakers don't have a good organization.
Oh, how y'all feel about
Like,
Giannis with the MVP?
He
Before we
deserved
go.
it.
Who?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He deserved it.
I said the fuck out of his
I don't
name.
do that. You practiced
Greek
that
freak.
before you got here.
He deserved it.
No, it's just I
He was
let
the
it
best
roll.
He was the best player on the best team in the league.
That makes so much sense.
I want Dallas to be more exciting so I can go to the game.
Nah, they're gonna be trash for a couple more
I'm
years.
just saying, like they don't have no names.
I don't-
on
I
there
wouldn't
that you
say
just wanna go
trash.
see.
They got Luca.
If
No,
they
no, no,
if they
no.
if they can
Who?
if they can
Luka, exactly.
re-sign Kristaps, they can put asses in the seats.
Well, they go put people go and they go look at the playoffs.
I'll go if they
No,
sign.
they not. Yeah,
You
you're
don't-
right.
they
You're
gonna look
gonna
at
look at them on the TV with us.
You don't
Yeah.
think they can make 8th seed?
Nope.
I'll go
Okay.
if they sign.
I'm not
Jimmy.
gonna. I'm not gonna
Ten
argue
to
with.
12.
I'm not gonna argue with you at all.
They
I'll
gonna
go if
be
they
10 to
sign
12.
Jimmy Butler.
He ain't coming.
No,
Nah.
no.
They talking about signing Al Horford.
Who?
With,
Here.
yeah,
Why?
Al Horford to give them.
I mean, Al Horford is
He's
good.
not exciting. He's still boring. We
Oh,
need
well, you
somebody
talking? You're
exciting.
talking two different
I'm
things. You talking
talking
about
about
somebody go
marketing.
see? Well, shit.
Oh,
Don't
no,
nobody
they got
But-
enough for marketing. They good on that.
People
But
go to
I
Dallas
would-
Mavericks games to see the other team that's coming.
Well, now they're gonna be
Yeah, I
actually
know that's
looking.
true.
Well, they got the rookie of the year, so now they're gonna be looking for that. They got
Who?
two back. No, not
Doncic.
back to back.
I wouldn't
rookie of
sign
the
Al
years.
Horford right at this point. He
Depending
wants
on-
way
I
too
know
much
who
money.
that
Depending on what you're giving,
is.
what you paying them.
Way too much money.
I know
He
who
on the
that is.
downside of it all.
Right. I wouldn't pay. I mean, he just turned down like a $30 million option.
Kawhi staying or
for,
leaving.
Stan.
He's just gonna stay for more money. They go Jimmy Butler right
I
there.
don't know.
I'm gonna take if he,
He could-
stay.
he could
I'm
very-
taking Toronto for the repeat.
He could very well go to the Clippers. He very well could go.
Yeah.
To
It's
the
either the
I-
Clippers or the
Do
Toronto. I
not
think
do not underestimate Jerry West. Jerry West.
No,
I
knows
agree.
No, it's
what
either
he's doing.
Toronto or the Clippers.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna stay in Toronto.
If he stay in
and-
Toronto, I see a repeat.
I don't.
Nah, they ain't gonna never repeat. Nobody wants to see
I
this.
don't
Well,
shit.
a repeat
Toronto
run.
no more.
It's
They
not
have-
guaranteed.
they'll make the run.
Yeah,
A
they're,
repeat
they
run.
But you also
too-
don't
they
have
too
anybody
bored to
else.
try to build an empire.
Because it's gonna be them in the Milwaukee. Because depending on how it shake out with some other
that's
free
fair,
agent
though.
signings, but
That's fair.
the Rockets are
if
shopping
Jimmy Butler
Capella,
leaves
Eric Gordon,
Philly,
PJ
Philly is
Tucker.
gonna go back to what they was. Brooklyn is gonna be who they are, and
It's-
Boston, okay,
It depends on how free agency shake out.
yeah.
Yeah, we still got a couple weeks to figure that
We should
out.
about that
Like the
next
Rockets
week.
want Jimmy Butler bad.
I don't know what for. That's a stupid
Rocket
ass
shopping,
move.
Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker. That's a bad idea to shop PJ Tucker. He is the heart of your squad.
Yep.
Yeah, I
He's
get- yeah, I'm with
he's
that.
the best defender
That's
that
the
you
glue.
have.
That's the glue guy.
They keep getting
well, Capella a little bit more. Nah,
they
PJ a glue
keep
guy.
they
PJ the
keep
glue
getting
guy.
rid of defense. They keep getting rid of
Because
it.
Dan Tony.
You know what I'm saying?
can't-
That's why you ain't gonna be worth a damn.
They can't afford nobody. So in order, if you want to bring in another big name, you got to give up all of those other auxiliary pieces because you can't afford to bring. They got They got like one of the worst salary cap. Where they're at as far as the cap is concerned in the league. So they can't do nothing. So either you're gonna do a sign and trade where you got to give up a bunch of people.
Get rid of Mike
or,
D'Antoni.
Or you just gonna run the same squad back next year, which you're gonna do
Dan
regardless.
Tony
Whoever
don't
the
give a
coach
shit
is.
about defense.
Fire him.
I just want to say how I hate how they have Philly on the front of the
Because that's
Philadelphia
old school. That's what it
jersey.
was.
Yeah,
back
I'm
in
not
the
a
60s.
fan. I mean, just go and spell it out.
It's a long ass name, though.
You can do Philly, but not just Filet.
Philly.
Like, just make me
Philly.
hungry. I
Philly.
don't like it.
Filler. Where you get the
Like-
Y from?
Angie and her pronunciation.
It's got an
today,
A at
boy.
the end.
Filler.
But it's
D-
not a long A. It's just an A.
Just A. You
Filler.
say filler, I say filet.
You hungry, ain't you? You was over there thinking about Chick-fil-A. I get it. They got their nuggets be slapped.
Spider.
I mean, if one of y'all got cash, I can go down to the taco
Please
place.
get us out of here because we're talking about
you
tacos
know,
and
they only
shit.
take cash, and I can cash app you.
Talk about Fuel City.
Yeah, give me some corn.
Of course, he's talking
I
about
ain't got
Fuel
nothing but like
City.
$3 over you.
I need some
Oh.
cash. I can cash app you. Just give me a 10, so I can give me 3 tacos and a cup of corn. Are we still on?
No.
We going off now. Scalpers, we out. dog.
Goodness gracious. We done started talking about tacos. No, we not on no more.
No, all of that was still on.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
The whole taco conversation was still there.
It's all there.
It is the
Thank
summer.
you.
It's
Thank
totally
you
the
for
summer.
that. Y'all know that corn be